help everyone stay safe. Yep. Alrighty, and we are live. Hello. Yay. Okay, well, we hit the button. So, good job. We hit that button. Welcome to anyone who shows up or has arrived. I'm just wee. My name is Autotune Lad, and I've been a voice actor for 4 years. And today we're going to be doing a stream of just yapping with viewers and people. If anything, I'm just gonna be yapping to myself for a few hours. And just for people to view, watch, it don't matter. Because after all, this is just meant for fun. This is meant to be something just enjoyable. And I'm just here to do that. So, it's gonna be fun. I'm here to yap to myself, and if anything, I can also activate a certain thing. The keys. Keep everyone entertained. But those are powerful. I need to— oh, I moved the background. But those are powerful. And we gotta be careful with that. So, welcome. I got my little mic. So it's very, very fun. Today we're going to be doing that, yeah. Right now the music that is playing is gonna be all the Cult of the Lamb OST made by Riverboy. We love Riverboy. Hello! Hi, Omega. Welcome to the stream. We're just yapping and having fun. Ask away questions, that's all it really is, because today we're just gonna be yapping. It's gonna be great. Let's see what this is yelling about. Currently, frame rate is too high. Well, the frame rate doesn't need to be that high. Ignore my user. It's all good. It's a funny username, I will say. Let's see. Warning. Please select the frame rate 30% or lower. Is Nev, by the way? Hello, Nev. Hi. Good to see you. Good to know, yeah. No, it's a hilarious username. Trying to figure out how to lower this frame rate because YouTube is yelling at me. But, you know, it's a first stream for anything. How have you been today? I've been great. I would like to know, though. Okay. Giving me the tour. I don't want the tour, I just want to fix things, because apparently my thing is too high. And making everything look a little choppy, I'm guessing. Let me switch back from the mic. Please select frame rate 230p. Good to see you too. I just woke up 10 minutes ago, so yeah, if I'm late. Nah, you're all good. You're on time. Don't worry about it. Besides, there's not many people coming in anyway, most likely. I'm just happy to have a single person show up. So, you know, very nice. Thank you. But yeah, trying to figure out output. Bitrate, keep frame. That's why I gotta ask my friend who actually knows how to do all this stuff a little bit more. How to fix this. But for now, I think it's fine. Well, I know YouTube's yelling about it, but I don't think there's much gaming going on anyway. So it don't matter. It's all good. So fun. But yeah, welcome to the stream. We're just yapping. People should, because you're super awesome sauce. Thank you, that's so nice, yeah. I know I've been on many other people's streams a bunch, but like I don't self-advertise. I don't gotta go like, hey. But since I've just kind of started doing this, I'm like, hey, let's do this. And so that's why I just kind of put all my things in with my post. But again, I didn't ask the people, I'm like, hey, can I self-advertise? So I never really did, so. But you know, it's a start. It's a place, and you're already beating my Twitch, because Twitch I just did it without like asking, but I set everything up. I announced this for other places and all that stuff, and yeah. And we get more people coming in probably later, and some people might think it's like 5 like another time, so because 5 EST would be 4, so yeah. At least for me. I couldn't figure out how to put my actual thing, and I know people work on EST a lot more. So that's why I picked that one. But yeah. It was very fun. I also got the keys. Ooh, jingle jingle. To keep people entertained. I also thought it was just funny. I could add anything on the screen if I wanted, though. Because I know what I'm doing. I've learned how to do this. Let's see. Got that. But yeah, I'd be doing all sorts of things. I'm having fun. I need to double check some voice stuff. La 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 la. Oh my god, I forgot how many things I did for that. Okay. Now, I will probably... I have an idea. Random prompt generator. So therefore, we'll never run out of ideas. I love the keys. The keys are amazing. they keep everyone entertained. Ooh. I also need to, probably for next time, I'm gonna set up the little chat that works. Because I have it working for Twitch, but not YouTube. So it only works for Twitch. I can't even do that for TikTok. I moved the background again. But, you know, let's see. Okay, well, not... The random prompt generator. No, it's a random talking prompt. There we go. What is some... Okay, what are some things that you shouldn't say when receiving a gift? You should probably be very considerate about... Why do I have 3 streams open? Yeah, it's pretty shitty. They don't let TikTok do it. Exactly! Like, I just want to have, like, my little chat show up on the side, so then people are like, oh, look, I'm on the screen too! I'm involved too! I always know when I'm in a stream a lot, I'm always just like, man, I want to be seen. I want to be chatting, because that's the whole point of streams. It's to interact with the person. So that's why another reason I didn't really think of any game to play this time. I wanted to do just a yap session for the first YouTube one, and then probably go on to more gaming and stuff, because it's more fun. And I want to give the chat full attention and stuff. And I expected some of my random subscribers to be like, hold up, who is this person? And then show up and be like, oh right, yeah. I somehow have 78 subscribers. But it's funny, because I remember I planned to never post anything or at all and just get like a bunch of subscribers for just nothing. Then I had to post the... What was it? The voice reel. The demo reel. That's what it was. I had to post the demo reel for an audition for... What was it? It was this big-ish studio, but not too big. I didn't get it, obviously. But I made it, and I'm like, hey, this is a good practice. I can't remember. It was like those... It's the guys who work with Glitch, who made, like... What was it? The song... They made Digital Circus songs. They made, like, They made a Lethal Company song. I'm trying to remember. I could probably just search it up. I have a computer right in front of me. I could just do Wacky World. Wacky World. It was... Oh yeah, Zam Animations. They sent out, like... They sent out a casting call being like, hey, we need a voice for these 2 kind of characters. For the next, like, Freddy Fazbear thingy. And I was like, oh, I liked watching this. And I also know they're pretty cool. And I was like, I might as well put my shot in there, you know? And it was good. Hold up, I'm staying. I just have annoying family because... No, you're all good. Family can get in the way all the time, I get that. I could also just adjust. Now I'm Biog. Yeah. Just annoyed that the thing keeps being like, yeah, put it on like 30 FPS, and I'm like, I don't know how to do that. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll probably ask my friend who knows all the specs for later. And also, this is a good test run, a good testing of all the things. Because again, once you get more more ideas, it works. Oh, what was it going on about? Oh yeah, but I submitted my thing, but it was a lot of like, hey, what's your real life stuff? What's all this real life things? And I'm sitting there being like, well, you see. But they needed you to have a demo reel, and I never really had one. So I had a hell fun time making one and having to do a practice and everything. And my simple prompt that I gave myself was, okay, just a bunch of characters going on a walk. And I was just gonna do a bunch of voices. This was at the time where I wasn't doing any of my Eternal or my Timekeeper Cookie or really any of my other voices. This was like 9 months ago. So it's almost been a whole year, and it's almost at a 200 views. And I'm like, oh boy. Gulp. I gotta make a new one, but I did make the background myself. I made that background and everything, the little character as well, because I'm obviously this little character. I did that before I made the reference. Oh, let me actually pull up the reference sheet, because might as well. I like doing that. Oh yes, art fights on read mode only. Gulp. Because I participated in an art fight this year, and I actually had a very fun time and got like a decent amount of decks. Art fight is very fun. We love art fight. It's so great. Okay, save as Tick Ref. The character is named Tick, by the way. I just haven't told anyone that yet. Which is, it's funny it's named Tick because I made it specifically to be just me, and yet it's named after pretty much TikTok, and I'm like, I don't even know TikTok. Or tick is like a insect. Where the fuck did I save this? Uh-oh. Probably in pictures. Yeah, I don't know why I keep saving everything and there we go. Oh, it's the entire screen. There we go. We have the keys. Now we can analyze this, because it's fun talking about it. Let me grab my microphone version. Right here you could see. I'm joking. Yeah, well, yeah. Here you see, this is the reference sheet. It's very fun. And with my reference sheets, I learned to specifically do front view and back view. I don't really need a side view for many of my style, because I don't need that. And also people could just put in the dots. But with Tick, if I can grab it, oh. Okay. With Tick's design, we have, first off, we'll start with like up and down, because I like analyzing everything. First, we have the hair. We have the little, like, stray hair thing that every anime character sometimes have. A lot of my style, I always have it just kind of floating. Tick, I made it just, like, a single one. Nothing really crazy or represental. Then we get down to the goggles. The goggles are really cool. I've never drawn Tick with wearing them, like, fully on. I want to. I should. But Ticks with their goggles, they're usually just pure black, but when I made the reference, I was like, fine, I'm gonna actually add detail into that. You could also see it with the emoji the emotes on the side don't have like any coloring in the goggles, but I made more coloring in there. Then we get down to the hair. The hair, I just wanted to do a simple pixie cut, a simple, just basic little hair. I liked that, and it was a kind of style that I really wanted myself, so I wanted to try it out, and I was like, hey, this looks really good, and I liked how I came out with it. And then we get down to probably the most unique thing of Tick's design, which is the eyes. The eyes are normally, there's never this little fade that is present on my model, or my little talkie. But when I was drawing it, I was like, fuck it. We put the little fade in there. But normally, she does not have that little fade in her eye. But with her eyes, they actually represent a lot of things. Tick is pretty much the clock demon. This was technically a has-been design, or has-been Hotel OC, but it's definitely not anymore. It originally wasn't going to be, and then has-been came out, and then I proceeded to put them into the has-been world. So you can see where has-been things come from, and like what inspired it. But otherwise, I've just, like, I like it. It looks great. And I'm very enjoyable about it. But then we have the eyes. One eye is a clock. And those little antennas in the clock eye, you can actually move. You can see that in the angry face, actually, if I can zoom this in a bit. In the angry face, it goes into a little L shape, like it's like, loser. And then the other eye is just like a skull. It was meant to represent being like her final name is Final Demise. So I kind of just used it as a representation because it's like, oh yeah, you have limited time before you die. So that's kind of just what the eyes are like. And also I just thought it was really cool to have some kind of like clock eyes with a black eye, and I was just like, hold up, it's kind of fire. Then we get down to the little dots. Little red dots all over her are, again, kind of just representational of, well, they're definitely inspired off Angel. Everyone could probably notice that. But I just felt like I needed something there when I first drawed her. I just felt like it was too empty there. And so then I was like, oh, let me put some dots. And then I was like, oh, well, this looks like too much like Angel. So then I gave her little floppy ears. And with those ears, I just put down the dots as well. Originally, Tick actually had a clock earring on one of her ears. I'm pretty sure it was the left one. I just got so tired of drawing that I just stopped. So when you do look at some old reference sheets and old like drawings of said Tick, she has that earring. But I got so tired of it, because again, it was meant to balance out her design, not make it too symmetrical, because I wanted something different. But honestly, I think removing it was good, because again, the design was very cluttered when it first was kind of made. Fun fact about Tick as well. Tick was not originally, like... Tick originally never really had a color palette for so long. Like, they had not had an official color palette until Art Fight. So I just kind of like winged it all the time and like drew with like whatever materials I had. So many times her outfit was like changing, but I always knew that her like jacket was going to be red with like red accents. I then made her shirt yellow and I was like, ooh, that's very cool. I like that. I like it a lot. So then we get down to the outfit. The outfit is very unique. It was just simply like a leather jacket, because I love leather jackets. They're really nice, and they're always my kind of like outfit I wear to just leave. To leave? I mean, you know, to go out in and all that. I usually wear a hoodie, but if I'm going fancy, I would wear a leather jacket. And so when I was designing this character, I instantly was like, what if I just make a character where I put every little aspect that I love to draw into one character? Welcome back. I'm analyzing my reference sheet and all my things, so I'm just yapping on. So we're getting through till I skipped over the mask. I guess we should talk about the mask. The mask is just a pure black void. That's a very unique part of their character. I do like drawing mouse, I do not. I just thought it was funny that, like, I remember watching a video being like, oh yeah, those beginning artist things that everyone always does, and it, like, always wears a mask. And I was like, oh, that's hilarious. And so then I was like, you know what? What if I make that? And then I do a mask, and I was like, what if it's like one of those masks that have like a whole different thing? And then I was like, oh wait, that looks cool. So, Tick's mask can actually shape into like any shape at all. You can see that in the little top area. I'm covering the keys. So like, they could make a whole picture show on their mouth. Like, it's technically a mask, so they can take it off, and it's not like their actual mouth, but like, it's very cartoony. So like, it could just go from one side, it could be another side, it could just go upside down, it could be like all over the place, and it's a fun mask. I really like it. So then I was like, what if it's just fun for animation and cartoony like actions? So that's why I'm like, heck yeah, I like the mask. It's great. Now we get on to the jacket again. Again, I said it was a leather jacket because I liked wearing leather jackets for fanciness, and I also wanted to incorporate all the designs I like drawing in one character, and I was just like, well, let me just do that. So I made it a leather jacket. Never had a canonic color palette for a very long time, till art fight, and finally I put this together. So a lot of her drawings. The mask is so cutesy. I know, I love the mask. It's always so fun. I like making it like pointed all the time with the little teeth, but like technically they could just, you know, wear the most craziest of smiles. And even then they could also just make it like an animal or something. I loved an idea of like Tick explaining, like being like, hey, do you know where this person is? But like as they say that, like their mouth would just straight up turn into like a screenshot of that person. It's always black and white though, so it's like a just a white silhouette. So I like that. It's so unique. With the jacket as well. Going back down to it. Again, leather jacket, very nice, very nice. I like the little color thing. This one, I kept making it like that because, I don't know. Gave her little shoulder pads because that's what other leather jackets have. And then now we get down to, I would probably go to the bones, the little ribs. I knew I wanted to make a little jacket that was like representational of like a spine. And then I was like, oh, what if I have like these like little spines coming out from the side, and then on the back they connect to like a big spinal cord thing. So that would be so cool. So then I was like, yeah, that's great. And then when I drew it, I was like, what should I do? Oh, what if I add a bone on one end? And then I did one bone on the other side, which you could see. And then I was like, wait, I don't care. Or no, I was trying not to make it too symmetrical. So then I was like, okay, let's not put a bone on the other side. I also think I drew that during this because I was in a bit of pain when I was drawing Tick the very first time. And my brain was like, I need to just vent my pain into a character. And so I was like, oh, okay. So my arm was probably hurting at the time. So I was like, oh, yeah, there's my bone hand. Yep. And then for her gloves, they're just little clock gloves to emphasize more of the clock demon. Whoa, you know. But I like to be like, yes, her demon name is the final demise, or it was gonna be like the final countdown. It's gonna be something crazy. And then they're like, oh, it's you, the clock demon. And then they're just like, bro, that's not as cool. That's why it's like, oh, it's me, the rager demon. No, I'm the clock demon. I'm better. No. It's like a stupid little warning. But then we get to the like little black patches, actually. The black patches are kind of a power, but kind of not at all. Tick does not have many powers, honestly. I'll get to that in a bit, but we love yapping. That's our whole point. Tick here has black little spots, and if you can see on the side, they are like void pockets. They're just little pockets of just pure void that if you put anything in there, it's just gone. But Tick cannot control what goes in, what comes out, so like there's nothing coming out of that. If it goes in, it's gone. But then we go down to the little organ thing, the little clock. This one is very interesting because, again, at the time I was in a lot of pain and my stomach was hurting. And I was like making a husband OC, and it's a sinner, so my brain was like, hey, this would probably be what happens that they perish to. That their organ kind of just exploded. So then I was like, oh, okay, what if I just make that the organ? Like a little organ with a little clock on it. And I like that idea. They can take it out. It literally does nothing. But they can be in pain at times, and they just have to like rewind the clock on it to fix it and to feel better. Because it's hell. You get tortured. But yeah. And then we get down to the little clock on the side belt. I felt like I just wanted to have something hanging. And at the time, I also had the clock earring. And so I was like, ooh, make it both sides so it's like more balanced. And it's like a little pouch. But it's actually just a little clock. I just like it. It's just something there to have on the side. And just emphasize more of, hey, clock demon. So that's very fun. Then we get down to the pants. The pants, I really kept being like, I don't want too much, but I want to add more. And so then I was like, okay, what do I do? What do I want to add? And then I thought of it, and it was genius. It was like a little skull patch on the pants. And then I was like, all right, bet. So then I made a little skull patch, and it was like very difficult. It's always hard to do a skull patch because to me, I'm always just like, I don't want the lines to be too bold, but too thin. I think I did a great job on my model. I think it was fine. But like on my reference sheet here, it's like a little hard because again, you cover up those like little tiny lines in the between. But it was great. I think it was fantastic and well done. And then we have, again, more black patches. I didn't want to have so many black patches all over them, because I didn't want that. So, of course, when I was making the backside of Tick, I added a lot more patches because I also was like, I need these because they are technically her thing, but I didn't want it all over the place. So technically, yes, if she takes off her clothes and changes into a new outfit, those patches are still in like the exact same spots. They do not like come off. They just transfer on there. There's no, like, there's nothing you can do, you know? It's just whatever. But they always stay in the same spot. I keep moving the background. Then we get on to the shoes. The shoes actually have a very funny story. The shoes are very basic. They're just the X's and then, like, little crosses that are upside down because, you know, it's L. But the bottom of the shoes were, like, the whole idea of this character. I wanted to have the bottom of these shoes to be like hourglasses, which is why we even have a separate view of this. It was like hourglasses at the bottom, and then like on the other sides of each other, they're like all stars and all that thing. So I drew them always like with their shoe like slightly up, so you could even just see the bottom of them. But then I would just like, why? There's no point in adding so much cool, awesome detail to the bottom of these people's shoes. Or to this, like, character's shoes for no reason other than I'm walking on time. I'm walking on time here. It's so great. But, yeah, so that's why on the bottom of her shoes they're like that. I added it back, but I will probably not draw it. Like, you can't even see it. And then we get to the little bone tail. The bone tail, a big thing that throws together Tick's design. I really love that. The bone tail is inspired off a snake spine. So if you ever search up snake spines, you can see exactly how that would look. It's very nice. But I just remembered originally, I was like, I just want a bony tail that like rattles back and forth. Like, I remember having this snake toy that was like, had like little parts, and if you just shook it around, like, it would just shake back and forth. It's a simple little toy, but again, it was just like, it was really cool. And I think when I was making this, I was like, oh, it'd be so cool to have like a tail like that, but you can hear the like little bones going. But I was like, I can't just have a spine tail. I didn't want that. I was like, what would be better? And then I was like, oh, a snake spine tail though is so cool. And so then I made that. And then yeah, it's so good. Trust, I have 3 snakes. I know basically everything about them. Yes. Snakes are so cool. I used to be scared of them in the past, like, badly. But now I'm just like, you know what? They're so cool. With the back design as well, I wanted, like, the little spine to connect to the tail. But technically, this is just part of the outfit. So, like, the tail is a part of Tick. But it's not a part of the outfit. It's just the outfit just matches because it's so cool. And then we also have a fun detail about Tick as well. Their skin color matches the bone parts on like everything. It's because they're also technically a skeleton, so when you do take off the mask, you just get like a cartoony like skeleton jaw. I just like how like I just randomly one day I was like, wait, that's it. That's what I was missing. More because I was like, okay, what happens if I take off the mask? And I was like, would it be funny? Would it be cool? And then I was like, oh yeah, just cartoony skeleton. I remember I did draw this on this reference, but sadly I merged all these layers already, so I cannot take off the mask again, but it was so funny to me. So that's why everything's like, oh, you could technically know. And I like how there would just be like, take it off, and they're like, you're a skeleton? And it's like, yeah, duh. And they're like, what do you mean, duh? You don't look like a skeleton, dog. At all. And he's like, well, not all skeletons are skeleton looking, alright? But it's so fun. What else is there to talk about? Well, we got Gub in the corner. Little Gub. With all my reference sheets, I wanted to just do like a little plus thing because it was funny. Gub is just a little character I made. He's a little guy. He's just a little goober, honestly. He just has a desire for, desire for human flesh, because I love making characters who are like super like inconspicuous, like, oh, this character's so cute and cuddly and looks all nice, and then they just randomly are just like, yeah, I'm also just disgustingly evil, and I'm like, oh, I see you. So let's remove this. Bonk. No more reference. Now we get the keys back. Yay. Let me see. I could probably pull up Gub's reference sheet, but then again, it's not much. Gub was also just, I drew this randomly once, and I was just like, that's so fun. And then I just kept drawing the guy, and then eventually it became a little character. So yeah, kind of surprised Hoppy ain't here watching after he was trying to boost you. Yeah, I know. I should probably see where Hoppy is. Let me go see where this goober is. They're gaming with a bunch of people. Makes sense. Again, bro's like, oh, yeah, I don't want to be there. I'm like, be there, dog. I know as soon as I end, they're gonna be like, hey, how did stream go? And I'm like, well, you wouldn't know, would you? No, I'm joking. But yeah, Hoppy in here. I'm also in a private VC alone, so I could probably move over to streaming from in this server. Yeah, let me just do that. There we go. Now I am in there. So if Hoppy arrives. Oh, he's live right now. Is Hoppy live right now? Opens up TikTok. No, they're not live right now. They're just having fun with them, like Crimson. Let me see who else is in there. Crimson, Mono, Moxie, and Yolded. So fun. They're probably yapping about some other things. But yeah, no, Hoppy is not live right now. I don't know. I can check. I already checked. They're not. I also know they usually stream at like 6 my time, which would be 7 EST. What else to talk about? But yeah, that's Hoppy. But yeah, I always find myself making characters like that. I mean, that's also what I made for, Mask Maker. Mask Maker is literally that definition of, oh, little cute guy, little cute man. And then it's like, no, actually, they're just, you know. I remember I did a lot of research to make Mask Maker for, that. I know Moxie, I don't know the other two. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I just listed random names, like, to you. But yeah, no, those are people just a part of Team Polici, which is Steph's crew. Oh, yeah. They're fun. They're nice, but that's where most people are. That's where I am. It's so great, so fun. But I don't think anyone's gonna randomly hop in here without permission, if anything. Because, of course, they won't. But, yeah. I love making Mask Maker. I did so much research into making them. I played the game myself, just on my own, and then I was like, okay, what can I do, like, that would fit the world perfectly without, like, adding anything? And I'm just like, well, the black tent exists and nothing really happens in there. Can I have the character alert? Yeah. Mask Maker pretty much is the maker of the masks for the circus and for, like, the little pink guys. Not the little pink guys. The humans that are controlled. And, like, you know, Carol. There's Carol. I'm the one that makes the masks and all that. And they mostly work with Jester. Because I'm, like, almost 99% sure the person doing the mind control is Jester. I don't know if that's confirmed, but it's, like, it's so obvious. So I feel like they work with Jester a lot, but they also work in the black tent. So monsters and all the people who they need to, you know, be serving and all that, like, hey, they make the little masks. They don't really do any performances or anything like that, because again, I've thought of it and I was like, no one really does that in the black tent. But I also like the idea, originally, I don't think this is canonic anymore for them though, but originally it's like, oh, if a kid wandered into the place, they would be like the one that, like, escorts them out or anything like that. Because I was like, they probably have a way more friendlier design than the rest. Yeah, Jester does the mind control and Ticker helps, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happens. Also, because literally all the mind controlled characters' eyes are all purple with, like, diamonds, and I'm just looking at it and I'm like, this guy did it, didn't he? It's very, like, obvious, but it's funny because I like Ticker and Jester. They're cool characters. I like them. But yeah, no, this character does that. And of course, I originally was like, oh, I want to give him, like, a little mouth, but then I was like, I don't know. I wanted to have, like, a unique mask design because they are literally the Mask Maker. And then my brain's like, what could be so unique about them or something like that? And then I was like, wait a minute. What if their mouth is just the line down the half of the mask? And then the mask can just open up into, like, this mouth. And then I'm like, wait, it was perfect. So it's like Yarnaby from Poppy Playtime. It's really cool. I actually thought that was, like, so cool. Because I was like, oh, it makes sense because they're all monsters as well. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's such a cool thing. And it's like, oh yeah, they used to scare the little guys away and all that. They also, as you can see when I talk as well, since you know that their mouth is that, you can see the line get, like, more blurry because technically they are opening their mouth to talk. They do not open their mouth, like, super wide to talk. They open it, like, only slightly. I originally kind of wanted to have them be, like, mute and, like, not speak, but then I was like, that's just Parrot. I don't want to be Parrot. I want to be different. I need to be something different. So Parrot's the only one who does that. So I'm like, yes, they have to talk. But then I was like, oh, okay, what if I do this? And then the eye color. The eye color was very interesting to make. Because originally, again, I wanted it to be yellow, but then again, it's just Parrot. And I sat there, I'm like, huh, what do I do? And then so I looked at all the Jester's eyes, black, like when they're all the black silhouettes. And I sat there, I'm like, what would blend in and like make sense? Because they have like almost all the colors covered. And of course, Steph made their character Bonbon all the yellow and stuff. And I'm like, great. That's like the only other color that they took. And then I was sitting there, I'm like, well, since I'm the black tint and everything like that, and so I wanted to be more grays and all the blacks like all over. And so they didn't really have color. But I was like, I don't want the eyes to just be white. That's boring. I need something else. I need color. And I was originally being like, okay, well, what if we just don't have any eye color? What if we just have it devoid? So that is canonic for them, is that most of the time they do not have these like little red dots. They just have like the pure voids. Kind of like Spider-Man, like action, or just Valentino, like eye color. Just like any of those characters. But then I was like, wait, red. Because red wasn't technically used. I looked at between them all. Technically, the only one who has red eyes is Doctor, but that's when he's angry and all that. And I'm like, that's fair, that's fair. That's the whole point of him. But I thought about it. I'm like, Parrot doesn't have red eyes. He has orange / like yellow eyes to like contrast with this thing. So then I'm like, why not just have red eyes? And it makes him like 10 times more scarier as well. And I'm like, heck yeah, that's so cool. And so that's why they have like really small red eyes, but they do have the actions. I have drawn them like with the little parrot face and then like the open mouth thing because I wanted to get that all done. And then I made the little model of them yapping. So it's great. I also just made one with blip. Blip. I made that one because I was like, I was having fun. I made a little sillier one that he just sticks his tongue out. He just goes, blip, blip. It's so dumb. Yeah, I made it during, I think, a stream with Javi when he was playing Kingdom Hearts. Or she was playing Kingdom Hearts. See, even I mess up. And then I also have the close-up model, which is just, again, the close-up. But with this one, I don't have the tongue one out. Yeah. He's just so silly, and I'm like, I love it. Bleh. But of course, we also have, when I mute, it just goes. So there's no, like, oh, big mouth open. As well as with this one. With this one, I just had the eyes closed. So it's fine. I love making the little models, though. They're so fun. Also, like, with Tix, I love Tix one, because, like, if I mute, I just go. But deafen is my favorite, because if I deafen, then I do this. I lose my ears. It's so funny. And I did that with the mic one as well. The mic one is pretty much the same emotes. It's so cool. I have like so many of these little model guys for the reactives, because like, again, I do so many streams where I'm like a bunch of different characters. So like 1 minute I'm like, hey guys, it's me, Vaggy, y'all, with Steph and all them. Next minute I'm like, yeah, I'm Liam Mai. A little funny. I think it was also this at the beginning of another stream. Yeah. I made this into a keychain. I was so happy. One side's just like, and the other side's just going, wah. It was funny. I love it. I made so many Leah May ones. I made so many sad ones. I'm so sad. And I never got to use these. These are like really old ones. And then this is just the default one. Again, they're really old, so they don't look good. And then I made one for Honey, where it was just like her getting like little puppy eyes. But of course, Steph made me a better one. And I'm like, oh, I love this. It's so good. It's a sitting one. I don't think I have a standing one. So, gulp. But, you know. And then, of course, we got Sin. But this is literally just a PNG. And I'm making a model for my future streams. Ah, go for it. Making the models are so fun. Because it's just so... It's so entertaining to make them. And for reactives or PNGs, they're so easy because all you need to do is make a talking and then a standing one. And then you can make like the muted ones and the deafened ones, and that's why I'm always like, oh, I can have so much more creativity when it comes to those, because again, I need to entertain the stream while I'm gone with my little guy, so I want to do something super silly and super fun. But yeah, I have a bunch of them as well. We also have the Columbina Steph made. I have that. Yay! Like Steph's, oh my god, Steph can draw so well. It's so great. And then I also have this one. This one was made by another friend. It was made by Kinnick_SS. They made this, and then like with the mouth with the tongue sticking out. I hate making it, but I love making the little reactions. Yes, they're so fun. Cause I knew when I set to make this one right here, I moved the background again. Huh? When I made this one right here, the whole time I was just like, oh, I gotta do this. But I want to make a full model, so then people who were like, hey, can I draw you? Sure, here you are. And I also can draw. And I was like, heck, I mean, might as well. I love Tick. They're my sweet child. But with some of these other ones, like, they don't have full bodies half the time. Well, actually, no, most of mine do have full bodies. But, again, like with Hoppy's, like, Hoppy doesn't have a full body with theirs. Theirs is like, oh yeah, their arms are behind them and they just open their mouth. But that's because Steph made it, and Steph was just like, I'm gonna quickly do this. And I was like, cool. And then people are like, hey, let me draw it. And then they're just like, well, I don't have a full model or reference, because, yeah. And they don't want to bother Steph. I've never asked Steph for anything. I love Steph. They're great. They're a nice person and honestly very chill. But they are a busy person. Oh my god. Every day, they're doing something. I remember they still were like, hey, I want to get Hell's Airs animated pilot done by October. That has not been done. I don't know if they know how long animation takes, because like they haven't even figured out what they have original. Okay, they did give me an animation program that they had that was like expensive. I still can't use it because I like have it still doesn't let me in, and I need to like fix that with her. But I'm so scared because like during the time where I was trying to get it working, I had like a therapy appointment that randomly was going to happen. I completely forgot, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta go do this. And then when I came back, they were like, oh, is it fixed? I'm like, no. And then they're like, well, I'm too tired to fix it with you. And I'm like, okay. So it's still been not that, but they're looking for anything else to use as well. I gave them a few suggestions, but then they're just like, nah. So they're either gonna stick with that one. If they don't stick with that one, then I could probably sign everyone out to have my guy sign in, because like that's the only thing that it prompts me to sign everyone else out, just so I can sign in if they use a different one. I've been checking Hell's Airs recently, but nothing new besides the TF stream they did with Hoppy. Yeah, Steph's been taking a hot break, especially because Hoppy got them into what is it, a Freak Circus, like a lot. So now they made a Freak Circus world and VR chat, which is honestly really good. Like it's definitely popping off, but they definitely wanted to take a step back because again, Hell's Airs was just their thing that they were doing for so long for a constant bit, so then they kind of just stood away from it. But I think they're going back. I know they did a stream today for like 5 hours earlier. That was insane. I saw that and I was a bit worried because I was like, I'm about to stream. Are they gonna still be streaming while I stream? But I don't know. It was fun though. But hopefully they are. I don't want to be that guy who's like, hey, get back to work. But my brain's also just a little scared of being like, well, I don't want you dropping the whole project. Because again, you put a lot of effort into this and a lot of people care about it. But honestly, take a break. Take a nice chill break from it and all that. And I'm very happy they have, because like the things they've made, because of the Freak Circus stuff too, I'm always just like, oh, that's so cool. I love that. But I think they've just been busy, and as well as with their family. Like, I don't push Steph to do anything, because again, I respect her and her boundaries, and I respect Steph a lot. And all the other goobers as well, they're great. I liked hanging out with them. I hang out with Wolfku. Wolfku was in the hospital, and I wasn't told. And I was a little bit like, I should have. But then he was like, oh, well, I was also dying on the hospital bed. And I'm like, fair enough. I felt bad, though. I should have, like, said something or being like, oh, yeah, I hope you're good. But they're back now, and they're, like, setting streams back up again. Like, I think the recent one was just testing some new graphics card they got. So that was really cool. I'm happy for him. Hopefully I gotta do more streams with them again, too. Because I know I've been a busy bee with some other recordings for some friends. And I've been missing out. But I definitely want to do that. And I definitely plan to stream with them now as well. To stream on my own. Just so I can get, you know, people. And also just have an alternative there to be like, hey, you like this POV or you like this person's POV, you know? It's just a nice little fun thing to stream and stuff. Dang, I'm glad they're good. Yeah, same here. I think it was because medicine and stuff, it's all over the place, but yeah, they're all good now. They're recovering, and yeah. And hopefully I got more work to do. I have been needing more work to do, man. Oh my goodness. There is a thing that a lot of voice actors deal with, and it's called voice actor limbo. Voice actor limbo is pretty much where you're in a project or in projects, but you're already done with all your lines, and now you're just waiting for the project to come out. And that usually takes a while. Because, like, I've already been done with some lines for, like, plenty of things and plenty of, like, other stuff, but I'm just here waiting, being like, but let me voice act. Just let me do more. And sometimes I'm just like, oh yeah, you get like 3 or 5 lines, because sometimes I go for side characters because they're easier to go for. You always start with side characters, if anything. Still put your shot for a main character, sure, but always lean more to being like a side character, because you gotta build up. You gotta go and do that. And also you could be those like characters that people are like, I love this character. This person was so funny. I love my little side character who gets like barely any screen time. And that is like, a lot of people love that. That's what Leah May was to me a lot. I loved Leah May, like, so much. I was so excited when I got her. You're probably during the stream when I explained that on Hoppies. I was so excited when I got Leah. And then once I got Honey, I was just like, meh. And then Honey is like a main character. Honey is like a main character of everything. I cannot wait though. I refuse to let my voice actors start before I finish my project because I don't want them waiting forever. Exactly, that makes sense. And again, though, like, for voice actors, you gotta... brain, whoa. With voice actors, sometimes you gotta, like, make sure to have the lines in so you know you're animating. Like, if you're animating, you need the lines so you can lip sync, if that makes sense. But then again, I've never made a pilot or animated, so I think that's what I thought it was. I think you gotta get the animation down first, but then do the lip syncing after you get the lines. So you could do all the body actions first and everything else, but they just don't have their mouth move or anything, and then sync the lines up with the mouth. I think that makes more easier sense anyway. I don't know. I think about pilots and, like, animating. Again, I have that animation program that I cannot use yet, so I can't wait to use that once I fix it. Good water break. Much better. Speaking of water, fun thing about some voice actors as well. Some voice actors, you either are a cold water person or a hot water person. Which, I learned that from another person when I was first starting out, that they drink hot water when they, like, do stuff. I have some of the lines, but they're, lines of my characters, so I just have them say random stuff. Fair enough. Exactly. Like, oh, improv? I love improv. I love when a script would just be like, just make something up here, because it's always so funny. Or just, you know, when I do auditions, sometimes I add a little bit of stuff. But then again, you don't want to go too crazy off script when you are doing auditions and stuff, because then they're just like, well, when I give you my script, I want you to read it exact. I don't want you just making random stuff up. But there's some auditions where they were just like, hey, here's what the character needs to sound like, go wild. And then I just would do random stuff. It was great. Every time I had that, I got those roles. It was so fun. Oh my goodness. Especially with, one of my most known-ish roles was for Ruby Illusions. Ruby Illusions in Toothless's story. It's at 700k right now. Oh man. I was Toothless's mom in that. And oh boy. The audition process for that was so fun. I remember when that came out. I absolutely love improv. Improv is so fun. I love doing it because I get to just make up what happens and like keep going off it. It's so great. But with that audition process was so fun because I remember they sent that out looking for voice actors, and at the time I went back to my How to Train Your Dragon phase a bit, and I was like, cool, this is great. And they were like, hey, I'm looking for voice actors, and I watched and I was like, okay, cool. And the way they were gonna have you audition was go back to their old stuff, record that stuff for yourself as you read the lines, and make it in a literal video format. There was no like, here's the character and here's the lines. There was like no, you had to go back to the old videos. Like, you had to. So the character I went for was Mother, which was a side character, and I also knew everyone else was gonna go for Luna or Dart. There was 3 female characters in the entire thing. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for Mother, because the other 2 are gonna be sought after way more. Because they're characters in the actual show and stuff. So I went for it day 1 when these things came out. And I improvised at the very end because the person had like no lines to show my range or anything like that. And so I showed off the last bit, and it has become a whole meme in the Discord because of it, because it was so funny. Let me see if I can find it again, because I still get sent that by the other voice actors who are a part of the project all the time. But it's just the ending part, because the father is a bit like a bit evil father, obviously, because it's a classic story. Classic story, old as time. But I'm just like being like, calm down, please, like, calm down. And then I just go like, please stop hitting on disabled children. And like all this shit. I just go on a rant, and at the end I'm just like, and I don't even know why I'm British, because I gave her a British accent the whole time. And it was so funny, because I was just like, I don't even know why I gave her British. So that was just me in the moment being like, and I don't even know why I'm British. And so I submitted that raw, just without a care, and then everyone in the audition thing, like, you could react with emojis. Everyone was like giving it hearts and shit, and they were just they were like, dude, this is the funniest shit. This is so good. Because most of the other auditions were boring at the time, or just like, oh yeah, doing actual auditions, taking it seriously. And I was like, I'm gonna have fun with it, because it's an audition. I'm just gonna have fun. And also, it makes you stand out. And it definitely worked, because the first day of auditions, 2 people got picked for their roles. It was the Toothless, which I still have contact with that guy, and it was me. And I was like, hell yeah. And then auditions lasted for like 8 months. Like, after that. And there'd be random days where Ruby finally like would pick some people. I know the female roles got taken very quickly. Like, it happened very quickly, but like, I think the last role to get taken was Father, funny enough. So that was a lot. But I knew I didn't like I don't think I liked the Father VA that was given. I can't remember. I just knew he was like, eh, and I was like, fair enough. I know I also helped the main antagonist get his role, because I remember looking through all these auditions because I was like, I love this shit good. But I was like, oh, let me look through this auditions, and then there was one guy who's like had a very unique accent that I sat there and I'm like, that's it. That's the character, even though I'm not the one deciding that. But I was like, dude, that is so good. The only thing they lack is like emotionally delivering it. And then I kind of like, they were asking for advice, and I'm just like, I gave them advice, and then like we ended up DMing each other a bunch, and they would send me lines being like, is this good? And then I'd be like, add more emotion here, do this, do that, do a little bit of growling here, like in your voice. I was being like a voice coach, and it was great. I loved it. I do like voice coaching, or like teaching people how to do certain things for voicing, or like getting advice. It's my favorite thing, so I definitely know, in the future might look for it. But it's because I'm very passionate about voice acting. Literally, I'm using voice acting as a whole fucking branding right now. Just being like, I'm a voice actor for 4 years. Not 9, hello. But it's because I love it. It's great. I love putting my voice out there. I love like giving voices to characters for people. It's so fun. And also, voice impressions are fun as hell to do as well. But again, like, voice acting is a whole different medium and a whole different thing, just in general. So it's so fun. I love it. But I helped him get the role because eventually he submitted a new one, because you could submit as many takes as you wanted. It did not matter. He submitted a new one, and then we even did a whole little funny, like, soup store meme before he was even chosen with Toothless, the Toothless VA. Toothless VA, he's great. He's in some other projects I was eyeing, so I'm just sitting there, and they're like, I just randomly show up and be like, hey, alright, I'm gonna audition for this, and I'm like, wait, there's the Toothless VA. Hey, what up, man? And he's like, hey, and I'm like, hi, son. It's so funny. But yeah, it's great. I loved helping him out with that. They did the soup meme, where it was like the soup store meme. I love that meme so much. I'm scared to voice act or do voice impressions because I'm constantly judging myself for regular voice. Yeah, see, I used to do that back in the day. Funny enough, I used to not like my voice whatsoever. And that was actually a main reason why I kind of started voice acting, because I wanted to change it and I wanted to stop having said voice. But now I've definitely gotten a lot used to my normal voice, and I like it a lot more. I just knew with voice acting, I just kind of... The way I got into it was, funny enough, from a YouTuber named TK Tales. I watched a YouTube of them just doing voice impressions in VR chat, and my brain was just like, that's what I want to do. And so when I joined VR chat, I started doing that. I started doing all that. But I was only just desktop. I was only stuck on desktop. So I was like, let me just use voice mod. Let me just use voice changers the whole time. I wanted to be that kind of YouTuber. So, like face reveals and stuff? I wanted to be like, but what if I do that, but with my voice? So I wanted to have just a voice filter on the whole time I've ever, like, made content or did anything. Like, no matter what. And I also only played, like, the gaming worlds at the time in VR chat. And so with a voice changer on that was just like a, oh yeah, wow, wow, wow. Like one of those kind of voice changers in a gaming world where people are just there to play games. It was not a good combo and people were really mean. And fair enough, I was decently young at the time. And I was just a little annoying little guy there. But at least they weren't mad about me being a girl or something like that. But I did finally realize, hey, these are not the places to do that. And then once I got my headset, my Quest, I could not use voice mod to do any of that stuff. So then I was like, well, damn, how do I do that? I guess I gotta just do it raw. And then I proceeded to do voice acting, where I just practiced doing some voice impressions in, like, lobbies. The first thing I started with was FNAF. This is around FNAF security breach times, and also TK was very popular for his FNAF voices. So I wanted to do FNAF voices. I did like the staff bot, and it was pretty bad. People always are rude, but I learned to ignore them. Exactly. You learn to just not give a shit anymore. And that's good. That's a great thing to know. Because if you be too like people or people pleaser, do never be a people pleaser. It's a painful job. Because I used to be like that. Or well, I kinda still am. I'm a big people pleaser. But it sucks. Because like half the time you're always just like, oh, I want them to be better and happy. But then they're just like, well, what about you? And I'm like, well, it don't matter. As long as you do it and all that. And then like you put yourself in front of other people's problems and shit. And that was, I got all over. So now I'm a lot more independent. I'm definitely a lot more like, hey, I stand my ground on this shit. Because I need to. And of course, it's fine to be a people pleaser, kinda, but just make sure, put yourself before others sometimes. Not all the time, but before, like, if you are uncomfortable with something, be uncomfortable with that. Don't be like, oh, well, they want me to. Hell no. Do what makes you happy. And, like, again, like, if it's something you're uncomfortable with or you don't want to do, don't do it. Or at least tell them, communicate. It's the best thing to do. Because, yep. Such a fun topic. But, yeah, voice acting though has been fun. Definitely my first voice was Staffbot. Because I love those little guys. It was not that great. And it was just also where I kind of started learning robotic voices. And it was really just me being like deadpan and like, oh yeah, I'm a robot, beep boop, and kind of thing. Instead of my, oh yes, get snuck upon. So maybe that was like the start of it. I then know I still have two voices I used to do from then afterward. It was Glamrock Chica and the Moon. And the Mimic, actually, yeah, I did the Mimic. The Mimic! I actually did so many of those stupid little voices at the time, but I knew Glamrock Chica was there because I wanted to be characters no one else really were. That was a big thing for me. I was like, I need to be characters that no one else does. So I could be the only one there who is doing that, and so it's more impressive because my brain was like, yes. So Glamrock Chica, because no one really liked Chica too much, and they loved Roxy, because like if I would do Roxy, then they're always just like 50 other Roxys with voice changers. But I was like, nah, let me do Glamrock Chica. And I had quite a fun with Glamrock Chica. I will say that was like the most drastic one of my voices at the time. Sorry, water. But yeah, no, it was a very drastic voice. Because it was so high-pitched, and at the time I could hit that because I was much younger. And my balls didn't drop, no, I'm sorry. And my vocals were much higher. But I stopped doing that. I definitely think that was my most popular. I got that shit, like, down to a T back then. Because, again, I found something that was fit in my range, and I practiced it a lot, and was, like, the main one I did. And also, I could, like, interact with people a lot easier with that. Then I did the Moon. I can kind of still do Moon, but I only did Moon because there was a YouTuber I really liked watching. I think it was, like, Kacha. They would do an insane Moon impression and, like, scare people. And every time I watch their videos, I always get, like, riled up to go do some voice acting. It's always one of those things. But he always, like, would scare people with their full body and all that. I aspire to be that guy. It's so fun. Because sometimes that. And then I kind of just would go there. I only went there, like, how many times? 3 times to do Moon voice, and then proceed to get scared by these people because they're weird. The daycare in VR chat is so fucking weird. Oh my god. You never want to go there. It's not a fun experience. But every time I always get like antsy about it because I'm like, oh well, I gotta be the character in the certain spot, or else it's weird, or I get made fun of. But definitely gotten out of that comfort zone with Hoppy. Hoppy literally forces me to go like to like random places while still being a cookie, and I'm just like, okay. But it helped. It helped a lot. But I definitely know for sure, whatever you do, don't go voice acting in like game worlds. It's not the place for it, and most people are there just to have fun and stuff. Like, sometimes you can go there for a bit and do it, but like, they will get tired of it quickly. I've learned that. Guess who? Hi, Josh! Welcome to the stream! Welcome. We're yapping. I'm good. We've been streaming for actually quite a bit, and I'm really happy. Nev is here. Nev has been keeping me company, and we've been talking about, I think we were talking about how I got into voice acting, and then a translation to my first voices, and then now I got to, like, why I was doing one of these voices, which was the moon from Security Breach. So that was very fun. I definitely know one of my last FNAF voices I did was the Mimic, because then Secret the Mimic came out, and my brain was just like, yes. So he was, like, one of the most grouchy, like, down here voices. He was just like, all the way down here, but even deeper. I wouldn't recommend starting with those kind of voices, I will be honest. Those ones were like my first voices to start with were like, all the way up here or all the way down there, and I'm just like, oh my god, those were not ideal because those hurt your throat. But it's kind of what I started with. And then Has-Been Hotel came out. And then I was like, you know what? I'm tired of dealing with kids at the FNAF worlds. I want to go and see if I can deal with this, with the Has-Been worlds. And so I went to the Has-Been worlds, and I did Nifty. How did you get the role of Honey, if you don't mind me asking? Oh yeah, I can get to that. Yeah, but I'll finish my story really quick. So yeah, I did Nifty. I was way too shy with Nifty. I think I did a decent Nifty. And then, what was it? Then I did Stella because one guy was being, what was it? Paimon. They were, like, having so much fun, and they're like, it's just so fun to be a rich asshole. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. And then I proceeded to do Stella, and then that made me meet a certain individual that got me into a group, which was, what was it? It was Pentagram Productions group. I joined that, and it was fun, and then a bunch of shit happened, a bunch of things, and I pretty much became the Vaggie of that group, because at the time they only needed Carmilla and Vaggie, and my brain at the time was just like, I could do a Vaggie? I could not do a Vaggie. But I auditioned. I spent like I spent like 30 minutes just trying, and then went and auditioned, and they were like, yep, we got you. You're the role. And then I practiced Vaggie a lot more. It's a lot better now. Like, oh my god. And then, you know, I transitioned into joining with Steph because Steph was a part of that group. And then I met everyone else, and it was great. And then how I got the role of Honey was a very fun story. Because at the time, I got the role of Leah May for Hell's Airs, and I was really happy about that. I was like jumping up and down, being like, let's fucking go! And then the role of Honey was already taken at the time. But sadly, the person was stepped down from the role. And that's how you met you, because you were Vaggie. Exactly. Exactly. The person at the time stepped down from their role. My brain's failing. Stepped down for the role, and they sent auditions. And I was already happy with, like, Leah. But I sat there looking through everyone else's auditions, and I went, I could do better. I could do it. And then I was like, I'll just do it, because Leah would never really interact with Honey anyway. And so I was like, it's fine, I'll do it. So then I put my audition in for for Honey. Because it was all, like, girly. I also know I did audition for Drelfus's daughter, who is pretty much the exact same voice, but I decided to tone it down. I also asked Steph what they were kind of looking for at the time as well. And they're just like pretty much a mean girl, a bratty like girl. And I was like, all right, yeah. And so then I put my thing in, and then I was like, all right, cool. And then I was chilling in VC with one day, and then Steph and Shay joined this call like at exactly the same time and went, hey Otto, I need to talk with you. And I was just like, oh, okay. And they dragged me into another VC, and they were just like, look, we are really heavily considering you for Honey because we know you. We know you're not problematic or anything like that, and you would stick with the role because the other one dropped out, and they were just like, well, we can't rely on somebody who drops out of the role just instantly. And so they were like, we just want to know if you're okay with handling like those two characters, because they wanted to have every single like Hell's Kid at least be like a separate person. They didn't really want to give somebody so many things, but then they were just sit in the call, and I was like, well, the reason I auditioned as well was because I didn't think Leah would even interact with Honey that much. And then they're like, yeah, you're right, Leah doesn't have too much crazy stuff going on anyhow, and also you could probably handle that. I'm literally like 4 voices in Hell's Hairs technically at this point. I am their Vaggie because they also are like, oh, we also know you're Vaggie, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but Vaggie gets like nothing. I'm Vaggie for Hell's Hairs. I am Leah May. I am Honey, and I'm also Stella, technically. I think I'm still on the fence about that one, because I was like, yeah, I could do a Stella, and it was just a role to take away from Steph, because Steph was doing like 50 voices for it as well, for all the other side characters. So I was just like, yeah. I know this is a Q&A, but funny story of how I got into Hazbin Hotel. Oh yeah, no, you're all good. It's not like, it's interacting with the viewers. Like, you can yap about your own stuff too. But, okay. It was a TikTok I saw a video of Frank the Egg Boy, and I love the Egg Boys. And it was my first Hazbin Hotel character I did an impression of. Hell yeah. Exactly. The Egg Boys are great. I love them. That's why bank accounts are made by the shadow government. See? Oh, that probably picked the mic bad. My apologies. My goodness. I just watched my mic thing go completely red when I did that. But, oh my goodness. It was very funny. Yeah. I think my first Hazbin impression was Nifty. I watched the show with my brother, and at the time, I remember... I remember watching the pilot when it came out, and I was really into it. My brother was too. And I remember raking leaves with him as we yapped about it and being like, yeah, it's gonna come out in fall, most likely. At the time, we were stupid children. We didn't understand that animation takes a long-ass time. It took like 7 years for that shit to come out. And then when it finally did, my brother was like, you have to watch it. But I was just like, nah, I don't know. I don't think I will. But then he sat me down and forced me to watch it. And oh my god, it's my favorite show. Should I make food? Yes, go eat. Food is important. Maybe one day, VR Taros has to me, Honey, yeah. I need to play VR chat a little bit more. On VR. Yeah, I need to play VR chat a little bit more. This summer, I have barely been on because it's just been so hot. And also, my headset is so old that I have, like, bad drift. And I'm like, oh. It does take time. Yes, I know. It's bad drift. I need to fix that because originally I was waiting for the Steam frame to come out and then see if I want to get a Quest 3 or just get the Steam frame. But now, I originally had a job, and my job got fired me because they were like, oh yeah, you're doing a bad job, even though I was literally carrying the whole place on my back. Don't want to be that guy who's like, oh yes, I was doing the best, even though I literally got fired for being bad at my job. No, I did great, but like they straight up told me 2 weeks in advance. They're like, hey, so we noticed like a little things that, you know, you could improve on. If you don't, we'll fire you in 2 weeks. And I was just like, yeah, you know, that's not a lot of pressure on somebody at all. Totally. And then I proceeded to have really bad anxiety for those 2 weeks. Like, really bad. To the point where I had a panic attack at work, like, on one of those days. Twice. It was great. It was such a fun time. But that's just how life be. Now I'm on anxiety meds after that, because literally the literal next day after I was fired, I instantly was just like, it's not gone away. I'm going, I need that. Oh my god. Being on anxiety medication is insanely good. Well, like, or insanely, like, mind-changing. Because I never thought I had anxiety. Like, you never think that. But then, when you go on it, suddenly I'm like, holy shit. There's no, like, sense of dread hanging over my head anymore. And I'm, like, on the lowest dose, too. Like, I'm not on the biggest stuff. And it's barely even in my system. But, like, it's like, it was game-changer. And I was like, whoa. But, for sure. Also, yes, I meant to tell you yesterday, your goetic OC has horns, which is a very funny mistake, and I'll explain that later. Oh yeah. I love making a goetic OC that just has horns. I think I was trying to make one. I've tried to make a goetic OC so many, a goetia. Sorry, I don't know why I was saying it the other way. A goetia OC like 5 times. And every single time it's failed because I cannot draw them for some reason. They're like the most annoying bird to draw or anything like that. But I knew I originally wanted to make one with like small horns because funny. Yeah. That was fun. I don't know what food I want to eat. What are your options? That's the biggest thing. Because food is yummy. We love food. Because like, I always be like, oh, you could do this, and they're like, I don't have any of that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna have for food. I know I'm gonna have something, hopefully. Yeah, probably. But, you know, food is very important. We love food. What my favorite? I love... funny enough, one of my favorite foods is seaweed. I remember the time I first had it, it was at my college. They had like what is it? They had an event where it was like a bunch of different food from all over the place, all over the world. And it was just like, oh yeah, you go to each stall. And I went to the Japanese one because that one's the best. Yes. The best one. And they had like a bunch of other things, but they had seaweed on the counter, like in the little tin. Or not tin, like a little package. Probably gonna make ramen. Yes, make ramen. That shit good. I was about to suggest ramen, but I couldn't be like ramen. But a little packet. So I grabbed one of those, and then I tried it because I was like, I wasn't picky at the time. I'm not picky at the time, actually. I forgot that was literally last year. I wanted to try it because I was like, I never tried it, and if I didn't like it, I'll just throw it out. And then I had it, and I was like, whoa. This tastes actually really good. It's like barely filling, but it like tastes good. So then I ate it, and then I was like, man, I missed some of that. And then a year later, I thought of it once, and then my like craving just hit really bad for like some seaweed. And I was just like, I don't even know where I can get seaweed. What the fuck? And so I went to like my local store and like went looking like all over the place, and I found it. I also found that like soda. There's soda. Hold on. Let me see if I can find an image of it. There's a soda with a marble in it. Marble inside. Pop. Like those generic ones. They're so cool. Yes. Hold on. This is soda. Let me see if I can pull this on button stream. Cause like they're so cool. And I saw it and my brain was like, oh my god. Life goal found. I was so happy about it. Soda. There it is. Oh, there we go. Save. It was like these things. Oh, I'm grabbing everything else. There it is. They have like little marbles in the top. And it was so good. So I bought some of that, and I bought seaweed. And then I just ate almost like the entire box of seaweed. And then now one of my family is like, oh, hey, what do you want? I'm like, Seaweed. But yeah, that's my story of Seaweed. So my Goetic OC was originally a second Sonic OC when I reused them. Heck yeah. I love reusing OCs. Like, hell, this character was literally a has-been OC. Speaking of Hoppy, where is she? She is currently probably gaming with some friends. I don't know what they're gaming on, but they're with Moxie right now and Crimson. Just gaming, probably. If anything. I know they were like, yeah, you do your stream, you do this. And I'm like, I will. But I did know I told them, like, hey, I do want to do, like, a single solo stream before I want to do more friends. Because, yeah, you gotta get to know your audience and all that jazz. But luckily, thank you to Hobby to even have some people pull up. That was very nice of them. I could also try to get them in here, if anything. But we're having a nice conversation. And of course, everyone wants the Chester. They don't care. I'm out of water. Oh no. It's fine. What is this Code of Lamb song? This is not a Code of Lamb song. That was Stray. I was about to say. I'm like, I love Code of Lamb. It's my favorite game. And it was one of the first ones I was going to stream. I knew that. I think Hoppy said that too. I was gonna do it on Twitch because there's a Twitch integration where like people can be the viewer, and it was like, oh, it was so cool. But again, no one even knew of my Twitch or anything like that, so I had no one seeing any of my content. So then I was like, well, damn. But I have like a few people who know my YouTube and all my friends, and I'm like, hey, you know what? We'll do a YouTube stream. We'll do a little yapping first come, first serve for the first stream ever. Makes myself bigger. And then the next times are gonna probably be gaming with the friends and the gang and all that stuff. Or even just having Hoppy here. It's just as simple as that. Let me get rid of this soda now. Bonk. And then put the keys. I remember the keys were meant to be like a secret weapon. They're meant to be like, ooh, look at this, the jingling keys. Pay attention. But now they've just been here the whole time. It does make sense, because originally this whole area was meant to have just the chat, but it doesn't work like that, or I don't have a plugin just yet. I only have Twitch chat there, but Twitch chat don't exist. I don't also know how to stream on both platforms. I need to figure that out. I also love just being in my OBS and just going like, wee, wee. I'm just dragging everything around. It's great. Cause like when you're doing a Yapping stream, all I can do is just like I can just drag my character around all over the place. Well, gaming, I don't have to do that. Let me go to my gaming one. And here's my gaming. See, there's like the little area for chat. I had to set this up really well, and then I would just be in the corner being like, yeah, we're gaming. Yeah. And then the game would be like in the little square there. I made this on Canva. Or well, I didn't make it per se. It was kind of a preset. There we go. But this is my just chatting area. This is my epic area. I also plan to probably... My idea is to probably make a little area where it's like, oh, that... You know that seat? Sorry. You know, like a library with a campfire, and then there's like this like red velvety seat kind of thing. I wanted to make one of that for the background and then have my character sit, but then I would have to draw them sitting, and that's like, oh. You know those things at Iamos? The cheese bread? Oh, the cheese bread? Oh, yeah. I love that. That's so good. Iamos. Let me search up an image of these. Oh, God, yes. I love the cheese bread. They're so good. Because it's so simple. It's just cheese and bread. But it tastes so good. They also can add garlic. Garlic bread. Ooh, I love garlic bread. It's so good. We all love garlic bread, except for the people who can't have garlic. that sucks. My advice on doing... Any advice on doing reactions? Or reactives? Oh yeah, I got some. Because I'm probably one of the only ones of our crew who also makes reactives. I've made so many of them. Let me grab them. Like, I have Mask Maker for, what is it? Freak Circus. The ones you probably see in the hobby streams. And I also have just some silly ones like, bleh, 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 bleh. But my advice for reactives is as simply as, if you're trying to just make a singular one that is like your Sona or anything like that, I suggest making a full body of just simply, the first one you want to start with is the unactive, the one where they're not yapping. That's where I started. A full body, just so you can have your whole character. But if you're like, oh, but I don't want my full character, well then you could just make yourself bigger and then cut it off. Or like adjust it so then you can't see that anyway. So then it works out in the end. Because Hoppies is just the head and the torso. And that's like what a lot of certain other people's ones are. And I have made that. Like with Vaggie, you see how her legs are cut off. Usually it's because, like, again, they're modeled to be like that. If you want to do that, that's go ahead. Don't make a whole... If you can't do proportions or something like that, fair enough. Just do like half body, do a shoulder up, because that's the best thing you're gonna get. My brain, like even with Stella, like it's just like that. My brain is always just like, well, for my streams, I want to have a full body, and every time I draw a full body. But again, you don't have to have a crazy ass pose. You don't have to go like, oh yes, I'm doing all this. Like, no. If anything, like you can have a sit pose, like with Honey. Honey has a little sit pose, but that's because Steph drew those. But my best suggestion is start with the face that is just the unactive. Figure out what you want to move, what you want to change. Because specifically with Tick, you can tell the difference between them. So the unactive, you can see that the eyes are facing more forward. The eyebrows are in a different spot. They're more down towards the eyes. And they're just having a nice smile. And also the biggest change you can obviously tell is that the tail goes from side to side. You don't have to do all that. If anything, if you want the bare bones minimum for a reactive, just open the mouth. And if anything, have the eyes just slightly move their eyes towards the screen where they're looking at the audience. I do have a full body for my reactive, but the moves just doesn't move. Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. Display capture. This is not what I'm trying to display. Ooh. Hello. So, there's actually a setting. Where is it? Source API. There's actually a setting in sources. You can click the continuous bouncing to actually, like, have it constantly bounce. And also you can change it to dim. And you can do all this. So it's very cool. Let me remove this now, because this is showing my entire screen. There we go. Oh, yeah, you said a lot of things. Whew. It's the whole body, because I use my two OCs. The mouth. Sorry, the mouth. Oh, the mouth don't move. Yeah. That's simply of just making two images. The mouth, all you gotta do is just draw it open and then put it as the talking version, which is let me go back to making an ad model, because there's a speaking and inactive. Inactive is the one where you're standing and looking straight and like just not doing any of that. And then ooh. Yeah. My brain. Sorry. But the speaking is when your mouth is open. My best suggestion for that is have like the most generic ass like shaped mouth that there is. So it kind of matches. And if you want to have it like like talk the whole time like a constant GIF, I think there's a way, maybe. I don't think there is. At least with this that I'm using. I don't know if there is. I know the bounce gives that kind of effect, but I know there's one where it's like, oh, you can loop, where it's constantly synced, or play from the start. So like, let me try this. Play from the start. So if I play from the start, okay, I don't think anything has changed. Yeah. Whatever. But yeah, with the mouth, honestly, just have a generic shape of the mouth for when it's open, and it just makes it look better. And also, if you have pauses, then your mouth would close. So that's my best advice, at least for making the mouth open for any kind of thing. And it's as simple as, like, with this one, is mouth closed, mouth open. And then you can see, you know? It's as simple as just doing that. So that's my best advice for the mouth. For other things, to make it, like, more reactive, again, you can also have it just constantly bouncing up and down, which I already showed off that setting earlier with my old display. Because it adds way more, like, bounce. I found that out from Steph and all them. Because, like, I was like, why are theirs bouncing? And then I had to do more investigation, and I was like, oh, this setting makes my guy bounce. And then I was like, heck yeah. Because it adds so much more livelihood, rather than just standing there and then PNG shift, PNG not shift. And it tricks your eyes a lot more as well. So I love that. It's so great. And again, it's like, it's just that. I also suggest, like, again, when you make the talking one, have, like, some subtle movements in your thing. Because, again, like, you could have the eyes move more to, like, look at the screen. So it's like, oh, I'm addressing the audience. But you don't have to. You really don't. Because with honeys, like, their mouth just opens. How do we even make characters or do anything when I talk? Oh yeah. With, I honestly, hold on. Let me send the link for you if I can. There is a link right here. Perfect. This is reactives. It's like little reactives that you can connect to Discord. And then you can make your own custom ones. And you can just insert them in. Technically, you only need 4 images of each. But usually they're used for content creating, for just PNGs. They're very nice. It's hard to find characters. It's hard to find people to draw characters because of the prices and stuff, like Hoppy said. That is true. It is hard to find artists and stuff, but I also know that there could be just, like, areas you can look there. Like, I know, I mean, probably in Art Fight, there's probably a whole section for commissions. Let me check. Because I know there's definitely probably places where they're like, hey, I want to commission this. No, there's no place. What the frickity frack, man. Whatever. I just know I have a lot of artist friends. It's normally just, like, getting to know. Or Twitter. I think, honestly, you just search commissions open. And then they'll have, like, commission, like, people who are, like, comms open. I think that's not, I don't use Twitter. I think that's something, I just know that I'm like, oh, everyone always says that they find stuff like that, but again, prices and stuff, it's always like you have to save up. It really is. If you can't draw, then it's like your next best thing is that, or that. I have to let my friend know that, yeah, like, there is places you can find artists, and artists are always constantly like, hey, I want money. I want to make that. It just depends on their pricing, because for some reason, some people make their thing like $1 billion jillion dollars for what? An image that has a mouth open and a mouth closed. But then again, sometimes they're always just, they're really good. Because with mine, at least this one, I did not put any, sometimes I ask him, just loves drawing, so sometimes, exactly. That's always the best friend to have. You want to find a friend who's like, I love drawing. I love doing this. And then they make it for free. Because it saves so much money. Tana, it's nice to meet you, honey. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Also, Nev, to put in the thing for OBS, as well, you want to go to that source tab I showed, and at the bottom there'll be like your little usernames. You gotta be in a call, so you have to be somewhere in a call. That's why I'm in like a VC called streaming right now. Because if you're not in a call, then it does not work, because it's connected to Discord, so it's listening to your Discord audio, and so once you talk, then it hears your mic from Discord picking it up. But in OBS, you have to go to sources, and then you have to copy like the little link. Let me actually just get Hoppies in here right now then, just to show it off. Honestly, hold on, what if I can do display capture? There we go. So we're gonna go here, and it's gonna be in browser, and we're just gonna title this Hoppy. I think I already have Hoppy in another save. And then you're gonna put the URL you copied from that thing from the sources in there. Don't really matter about any of this. And you just click OK. And then you're gonna have this little box. Now this would have been Hoppy if Hoppy was here. But Hoppy is not here. So therefore it's not there. But if they join the call, then they will appear. You know? I could probably ask them. You know what? Fuck it, I'll DM them. I'll be busy. Because I know as soon as I get them in here, they're gonna go all that. So if I call my friend who never answers, that'll work. Yeah. Or just even go to like a... You can make your own Discord server and just make a single like voice channel, and that works. Because then no one's there to disrupt you. That's what I did in another thing. Because honestly, having your own Discord server for your own personal stuff has been so helpful. Because I could put in scripts I need, I could put in images I want to save, and I just put them there. And I just have like a single slot that's like, oh yeah, this is all this stuff. And then I could just scroll through it. And it's so helpful. The only thing it's bad with is having internet. If you don't have internet, then you can't really access any of it, which sucks. But like for me, it's very useful because I keep a bunch of artist stuff or just screenshots I want to save, or even transfer over from phone to computer. Oh, it's a lifesaver. It's so nice. I have to let you hear my voice for Trevor. It's basically like Shadow the Hedgehog. Hell yeah, man. Honestly, it's fair enough with OCs. Like, when you make OCs, you're always just like, yep, the way they sound will sound like this. My brain, for half of my OCs, are always just like, it's my voice. Because it's my character. But I also just do, like, random little voices and stuff. Because I don't... Because, yeah, like with, Liam, that's the wrong one. Liam, it's just country. That's it. Little bit of chicken fry. Cold beer on Sunday night. You know? Happy still have to invite to the server because I was gonna join it, but last night, but forgot. I think the server link for like Hell's Hairs and Has Been Hotels thing is in like Steph's World on like a little thing. I'm pretty sure that's where it is. It's in the world somewhere. I know that. There's like a whole little thing you can get it. Where's my stream? There's my stream. So yeah, that's where it is, but most of my characters half the time are my own voice. Except for that one time where I did Sin's voice for a character for one of my other friends. Oh, I feel so bad. Because they're a very popular creator for like a certain game, and they make stories being like, oh, role-playing is this. And I was like, okay, cool. I love hanging out with them. They're such a vibe. But they did a video where I was like the leader. No, I was the deputy of the clan. It's a Warrior Cats. Yes, cringe now. I'm joking. I love Warrior Cats. But I was the deputy. And originally I was planning to be the med cat that was going to, like, die. And so I was like, of illness. And I was like, what if I do a Sin voice the whole time? Like, or slowly but surely going more and more Sin voice to be like, oh, I'm getting sick, ooh. But then we switched it because the other person who was voice acting as well had to leave, and then we were like, oh, then you could just be the med cat, and Otto can just be the deputy, who had a whole other big important role. And I was like, you know what? Bet. So then I proceeded to do that, but I did a half Sen voice almost the entire time, except for there was a scene where it was a nightmare scene. I just straight away just did only Sin during that. And I kid you fucking not, the whole comments, the whole comments were all just, hey, this character sounds like Sin. Hey, this character sounds like Sin. Oh my god. I felt so bad because it just happened and they didn't know Murder Drums. They had no idea. They had no idea. Only all my other friends were like, is that Sin? And I'm like, yeah. And then, oh my god, it was such a good video, but all the comments are just, is that Sin? And it was picking up. It was actually like popping off too. And I was like, heck yeah. Do I got to add model? Yeah. Okay, I have to go on VR and look. Fair enough. Let's see. Yeah, same for the Sonic OC and Aspen OC. Understandable. Do I go add to what? Do I go to add model? Oh, wait, yeah, you do. Sorry, my brain, like, bleh. Yeah, you click add model, and then it'll show you the speaking, inactive, deaf, like, is it deafened or muted first? I'm pretty sure it's muted and then deafened, and then you can have different reactions of those. You don't need to touch the looping stuff, that stuff is just fine, but you just put in the image you want for everything. It'll put everything for the first image you add, and then you can just change them. And so that's how you do it. My Sonic OC and Hasbin OC is my regular voice. Heck yeah. See, sometimes it's just as simple as that. I remember people in some other videos would be like, oh yeah, my headcanon voice is this. And I'm just standing there, I'm like, but you're also voicing that character. So, what are we doing? I don't know. My brain's always like, yeah, this is how they sound because that's who's voicing them and that's how they sound. But then they're like, actually, I think they would sound like this. And then I'm like, what do you mean? They sound like this. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's all over the place. Hoppy still hasn't replied to me, chat. They hate me. Hoppy hates me, guys. It's confirmed. I'm joking. They're probably still busy. I'll be sure to add you on Discord if that's okay. Respectfully, I only have IRL friends added, or people I've known for a while. Josh? So if I get to know you a little bit more, I'll be down, but otherwise I do not friend other people. For safety reasons and all that. You gotta stay professional. But Hoppy, go ahead. Hoppy's all over the place. Hoppy does all this stuff. My brain's always just like, I gotta be way more protective. Okay, I'm losing my brain cells. But hey, that's the whole point. You're yapping for like hours without water. It's gonna fuck up your throat. Speaking of water, yeah, I forgot. I was talking about this earlier and then went on a whole different tangent. Voice actors actually have two different types of water, like half the time. You're either a hot water person or a cold water person. I find that out because you either use cold water to, like, you know, soothe your throat after voice acting and it works, or some people use hot water because hot water, like tea and stuff, actually help your vocal cords as well. But it's honestly just preference. If hot water works better, use that. Be careful though, because if you don't want scalding, it's like lukewarm water. I use lukewarm water because I hate cold water half the time. My brain's like, I just don't care, so I always use room temperature. But then I'm like, hot water was like a game changer for my old voices because they were always scraggly, all that. So then I'm like, hey, we have like hot water and it works. But if you don't like that, and also you gotta be careful with that because technically hot water can make you throw up if you drink too much of it. And that's like a whole scientific thing. If you're not used to it, I can drink it just fine. But be careful because don't like instantly be like, oh yeah, sure, because then you'll be like, oh, I feel like throwing up. So that's why you gotta do a test run. You do a test run because that's what I did. I did a test run where I did 1 session of voice acting. Yeah, I did 1 session of voice acting with cold water. And then I did 1 session with hot water. And I saw the difference into how my voice felt and how like better I was able to keep it. And again, when I was sick and always had to drink cold water, I always felt like it did nothing. It did nothing for me. But with hot water, I actually drank that and I was like, hold up, this is working. It fixes my throat. So you could do that. You can also drink tea. That too, because tea is very helpful for your throat. It's very helpful. I think there's literal teas out in the world that like help your throat. It's very nice. Shame on Hoppy. Yeah. Happy's busy. And I'm like, grr. But it's fine, whatever. I've got more time on my own stream. And I'm like, I'm having a great time, honestly. I'm having a very fun time. We got the keys. Jingle, jingle, jangle. And I gotta yap about a bunch of things, honestly. I need to figure out when I want to end this. So let me double check. Because I do know some other friends are gonna need me later for some reline recording. Because the person recording had their Discord so low during the whole recording that I sounded god-awful. And so now I gotta do a new voice for the character. I'm excited to do it a bit more because the whole time I made it, I was like, this character's voice is ugh, I don't like it. But I was like, whatever, it's fine. But it might suck a little bit more for me because I've been talking for like a few hours straight with no water, so it's hurting my throat. But honestly, the voice I'm going for is scraggly, so that's the whole point. Cause like I want the voice to kind of be like one of the hyenas from Lion King. That's the idea. That's what I want. And I'm like, hell yeah, that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm all about. So that's what I wanted because the character is literally just like a scraggly little guy. Literally just appear like, hey, this is meant to be a funny antagonist little guy who's a henchman, and I wanted to do that. And I'm like, well, now I get that option. Now I can actually do some re-record, but I gotta re-record. So that's gonna be fun. Oh, I grabbed everything. Oh no. Uh-oh. I'm behind the chat. Oh, there we go. See, I love doing the just chatting. Because I swear, we never just do that with, like, Steph and all them. Like, there's always some game we're doing. I'm like, I love it. It's fun. But God, it'd be so fun to just do one where it's like, oh, a Q&A. Because you know how many people will show up? Quite a bit for, like, a Hell's Hair's Q&A with, like, all the Sin Kids or something like that. We still are planning to do a Sin Kids stream where it's all the Sin Kids. I'm excited for that. I know we're planning to do that. I edited a model. How the fuck do I do this? Okay, so you have the model now. I'm gonna... Hold on, am I still on that? Okay. Let me show you Nev, because it's much nicer. Alright, welcome back to the stream, everybody. So Nev, we're gonna be here. You're gonna see all these, like, here's your little character. You want to make sure it's set to active, so you see it's where gray. And then you're gonna go up here to sources. Sources is where, like, it's gonna be all these, like, people you've been in VC with, if they have one or not. Otherwise, it's just gonna be their little icon. And then yours is probably gonna be at the top. You're gonna have to click this little clipboard. And you click the little clipboard. And then you go back here to your OBS. These usually work for OBS and everything. I don't know how to fix it for... There is TikTok. I think TikTok is the same way where you put it in the browser. Because if you go to browser, and then like rename it model. Whoa. There's gonna be this little URL. I'll be right back. Alright, I'll see you later, Josh. There'll be a little URL. You're gonna copy and paste that, which with Control V. What is that? OBS? The software for recording and stuff. Do not discard. Oh, hello. Hi, I'm here again. Is there 2 now? Uh-oh. Ah. It's so trippy. Ooh. Oh, yes, there's 2. Now there's 2 of me. Yeah. OBS is a very common streaming tool for most YouTubers and all that, so OBS... I'm on mobile. Oh. So, Nev, what are you trying to set it up for? Like, for streaming exactly? Like, what are you trying to set the model up for? For TikTok or anything like that? I'm trying to figure out, because it's literally specifically used for, like, streaming and YouTube and all that. So it appears in your OBS and all that. OBS, TikTok, it will show up there. It's not like a, oh yeah, we add this. I want to do a YouTube stream soon. Okay. So, on your phone, YouTube stream. Because I'm trying to think. Because... how do you stream on YouTube on mobile if... yeah, because the only way I know how to stream on YouTube is from OBS. I do not know if there's a mobile version of OBS. Let me Google it, honestly. Hold on. Is there a mobile version OBS? No, there is no official one. Because now it's I mean, I have a computer, so oh yeah. So yeah, pretty much my best suggestions then for you, Nev, for streaming on YouTube, because I set this up in like a day or so. It was actually not that hard. It wasn't even that like long of a day. Pretty much for streaming on YouTube, it is as simple as a pie, honestly. My brain. The best way to do it is in OBS. OBS is, everyone uses that one. It's very nice. And it also works with the reactives. I already showed you how to do the reactive thing for once you get it. But it's not as difficult as it looks. Honestly, hold on. Let me get my thing back up just so you can see it and I can explain some things. So here is where all the things you see on camera. The display capture here is, you know, this. If I move my model above this, this is like layering, like art layers. So if I move this below, then this is on the top layer, this is on the bottom layer. These are the sources. There's gonna be this. You do not need to worry about like half of this stuff. All you gotta worry about is pretty much the browser for the interactive, the image, which is just upload an image from your files, and then audio input, and then this audio capture. Audio input will be like your mic, and you just put like okay, and you'll just pick your microphone, and it'll be that. I already have that here. Let me hide this. There we go. So it will be like that. So that's why I have mine right here. I have a little mic. And then for music, to set up music, literally all you have to do is have Spotify in the background. Or have like a Spotify going. And then you're going to hit application capture. And it'll be like, oh yes, Discord. This is also how you get your game audio and all that. And it will literally be like, what do you want? And I'm like, boom, Spotify. Boom. And then close that. And then boom. It's there. And then that's how you get the music. That's how you separate all your stuff as well. It's very useful. Now I gotta get rid of some of these. It looks complex. I know. It looks very, like, all over the place. But Again, you do not need too much. This, don't touch this. Settings is the thing you're gonna probably need the most. Oh yeah, and there's all these like graph things. I need to just stop touching things because this is overwhelmingly looking because you can see everything here. But yeah, settings. I know for stream, you want to go stream. Oopsies. I gotta take some medicine really quick. You want to hit stream and then you're gonna hit YouTube up here. And then it's gonna make you log into your YouTube. And then it'll have all these little things pop up for the side. So here's a little chat. Hi, chat. And then here's like a little moderation thing. And it tells me how many people are here. So there's only one person. But it's a little awful the time, I will be honest. Because it said 9 people viewed this. What do you mean 9 people are here? Hello? And then we have the scenes. The scenes are as simple as, okay, I want to go to my gaming one. Boom. Here we are. It's just a separate thing. It literally is just a little plus in the corner, and you name it, and then you make your own separate little scene. So I have an offline and a BRB screen, but I also do not have my mic attached to those. So you cannot hear me when I... So, you cannot hear me when I change those. And I have that for convenience sake. So, hopefully that makes a little bit more sense for a little rundown of... I need to remove this other model. This one's pissing me off. Boom. Hopefully that was a nice little rundown of OBS. And then the way I'm doing mine is as simple as just adding image, upload image, do browser, put the reactive, and then it was just put mic, put music, and boom. That's how I did this. And then I have Hoppy hidden here somewhere. You're having trouble joining the server. Oh, Hoppy. Nope, need me. Yeah, chat's just saying hi. Let me get the Hell's Hair server invite, I think. Invite to server. Here, Josh, let me just put it in there for you. There's the Hell's Hair server. It's a public domain. And just tell me once you join, or I'll just look for once you join, because... I do not want to keep that there. Thank you, Otto. No problemo. I also forgot I could do that. And I was also just a bit lazy. But if you were having trouble, I was just like, might as well. This is just a server for the fans of being like, hey, we love Hell's Hairs, yeah! We love Hell's Hair, yeah! Goals. I'm gonna delete it now. Can I? I can. I'm deleting it. Oh, I did it. It's gone now. I think it's still pissing me off. It keeps being like, yeah, there's no pop-out stream dashboard moderation. Check overlay breaks. Like, it's fine. It's not that bad. Is it okay that I also joined? No, yeah, you can join. It's a public server. You're fine. You like Hell's Hairs? You like the stuff? Join, bro. It's a great time. Oh, Hoppy joined. Hoppy. Oh shit, that's right. Ah, you forgot. They forgot. Oh, hello. Hi. Welcome to the stream. I can't believe you forgot. I was sitting here the whole time being like, man, they're busy. Yeah. Oh my god.
And I'm chilling, and then I receive a message from Otto, and I like notice like 20 minutes late. Yeah, no, I'm free. So what's going on, Otto? You need something from me? And then she says, "Oh, just a chat, telling you if you can just want to come in here and say hi." I'm like, "Come here and say hi." What are you talking? Oh, oh no!
I forgot. Don't worry, there was people. Hooray!
I'm so sorry.
You're okay. I had fun, honestly. I'm having fun right now. I can't hear. I changed it. I think you can hear him now. Hear them now. Fuck. God damn it. Her. Thank you. I'm stupid too. I mean her.
You're streaming on YouTube?
Yup, I'm on YouTube right now. We have Nev and Josh here. Yay. They've been having fun. We've been talking about so much shit. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah. Do you need me to send you the stream? Bro, the amount of...
Bitch, I'm done.
Yeah. I'm glad you joined because I also realized I didn't have an audio track for you. Because I was on just chatting. Wow.
That ugly blue, nasty looking character right there with you.
Yeah, look at...
You really need to have better people on your stream. I don't know. I don't like that character.
Yeah, let me get rid of him. There you go.
Yeah.
The best thing about just chatting is that I can just go all over. I've been pulling up so much stuff on stream, like to like show people. It's been great.
Is that you right now, just jiggling a key consistently? Yeah. Is that a PNG?
It was my secret, my secret, my secret tool. But I literally had it on the whole time. It keeps people in tension. I've been here the longest because I'm absent. Yes, Nev has been here first and it was awesome. Nev showed up first. They were like, sorry for being late.
Thank you so much, Nev, for being here and being so supportive.
Yeah, we had a great talk. And then Josh finally showed up and we were like, heck yeah. Talk about OCs. We talked about so much, honestly. It's been great. So how have you been? Good work, everyone. Yay. Oh, great.
Yeah, just for that, I'm gonna spoil my YouTube channel. It's meant to be hidden. Nobody's supposed to know, but since there's so little people currently right now, so people can just subscribe to it for the future for when I do the YouTube stuff. But Josh and everybody else, just don't tell anybody about it. Otto, by the way.
Yeah.
Speaking of the YouTube thing, are you ready for the your parts and all that? Because you do have a lot to do.
The part? Like, you mean for the thing?
The main character, yeah.
Yeah.
The
I'm ready.
I'm gonna do that. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. I don't think you need to age verify.
For what?
For staff server.
You just like, I think there's a section where you do have to notify them, like your birthday and stuff, and actually let them know that, hey, you are of age.
Yeah, maybe.
But people sometimes get away and just don't mention jack shit, and they just join in and that's it.
Yeah.
Moderation have been very like, if.
Well, don't tell them that. I think it's fine.
Everyone in the chat should be of age, because they're the ones that are over the white chat, right?
Yeah, they are. Oh, thank you. Now you can stop you too happy.
By the way, you caught me right as soon as I got my dinner.
Dude, this YouTube update gotta stop. Oh.
So have you just been chatting, not even playing any games or anything?
Yeah, that was the plan. And it's been great.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So what's the topic?
I'm trying to remember because we've been all over the place. I think the first thing I started with was talking about the character design. Then I went on about voice acting stuff and like impressions, and then I talked about how I got honey, and then I talked about some food because I think Nev was like, I want some food, and I was like, yeah, let's talk about food.
You know what I want?
What do you want?
For you and I to play some Fortnite.
Fortnite?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have Fortnite.
And?
Bruh.
Making it sound like that game costs money.
Yeah, but it's so big. Like, I forgot how big Fortnite is. Shut the fuck up, you guys. You're gone. Vanish, no more hoppy. I'm ready, I'm gonna throw you. 3, 2, 1. Wee! 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 It's so funny. Oh my god. I love doing the just chatting because I can just play around with my character. Yes, food is so amazing. Yeah. I was also showing Nev how to work OBS because they're planning to do some YouTube streams themselves.
Oh, that'd be sweet. That's amazing. Giving tips is always good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why I called it like a QNA so they can ask questions. And I'm like, having fun. Yeah, I was talking about so many things. Oh my goodness. More. But yeah, it was fine. Hoppy, what was your first voice like you've done for impressions? Let's ask that. Let's start with that topic.
The first ever voice I've ever done. Impression-wise. Actually, is the easiest one that a lot of people can possibly do. Mickey Mouse.
Oh.
Mickey Mouse was my very first ever impression.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. One time I just like, out of nowhere, tried to do a Mickey Mouse impression and just went out. It was shitty at first, and as I improved it, it just came out better and better. Mainly because, again, Kingdom Hearts being my favorite game, I fell in love with it. And then here comes Mickey. May your heart be your guiding key. Gee, fellas, does somebody mention the door to darkness? All right, Sora. Let's close this door for good. And from there on, I just been like doing the exact same thing as Mickey. It was like, all right, Sora, look at.
Oh, they got Gino. Oh no.
What?
Oh, there you go. You cut out at the end, so I just looked like it sounded like you just got taken.
Oh,
Mickey, no. Except this. Oh yeah, no. I remember, yeah, you joined in Nev, and I was instantly like, wow, my first viewers. Oh my fucking god, shut the fuck up.
And what about you? What was your first?
My first voice was actually the staff bot from FNAF Security Breach. It was not that great. Yeah.
Oh, 1 second.
Oh, there they go. But yeah, no, it's me and the other YouTube I'm deactivating. Yeah, fair enough. Just make him shush. Yep. Made her shush. No more.
Why are you shushing me?
Nah. I have so much power. It's great.
Tossing me around, powering me.
Hold on, let me get Subway servers up here.
Keep abusing me like this, and I'll make sure to abuse you back.
No.
Also, did you want to, for tonight's stream on my channel, did you want to continue the Kingdom Hearts grind, or did you want to play the whole Roblox thing?
Oh, let's play the Roblox thing.
You want to do Roblox tonight?
Yes.
Alright, guess we're changing it up a bit for once. We're playing Roblox tonight, and then tomorrow we can continue more of the... And hopefully finish Kingdom Hearts 1.
Hopefully finish.
Get it done and over with. Finally, after so long.
I promise this counts for my rage bane. That's why No, you're all good, Nev. I get that. I have an alt account, dude. That's literally just for me, myself, and I. And every time I make in a video for my other friend, I'm always just like, man, that voice acting is great. And they don't know. I remember saying a comment being like on my own character, and then my friend sent it to me, like a screenshot of it, and they're like, look, see, people love it. And I'm like, yeah, other people, they don't know. Hold on, let me get the Subway servers up. There we go. There you go. Keep the attention.
Now let me tell you something there, sweetie. These prime fucking ribs are delicious.
Oh.
Tastes fucking phenomenal in the mouth.
Yum yum.
Fantastic. I bet you're hungry, aren't you?
Yeah.
I bet
need
you
to fill my waters. All my water's been empty and I've been yapping for like so long. Since you're here, you could probably entertain the chat for like 2 seconds so I could get water.
Yes, so let me entertain them for 2 seconds while you go and grab your water.
I will. Let me just, yeah.
Right. Well, chat. While she goes ahead and grabs her water, it's been past 2 seconds. She lied! Anyways, chat. While she's taking longer than the 2 seconds, I did wanted to know, how are we doing so far? Nicely, well done. Hope everyone's having... I missed the Roblox, Oh, you'll be seeing that some more tonight, don't you worry. Looks like he's eating on the PNG. You know what? You know what? Like... we should have something on the PNG though. That should be a thing. Just have a little like meal thing. What should I have on my PNG to snack on? What kind of food should it be? If I ever did put like a nice little item in front of my face to eat, like an apple, a cake, a pie. One of those meat things that Luffy eats from One Piece? Those meat drums? So many things, so many things.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Did you know that when you mute yourself, you mute me too?
Oh, I didn't know that. How? Oh, no?
Yeah.
I'm done. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't know that? I'm joking. I'm fucking with you.
Oh my god. How could you?
Oh, tres leches. So they're saying since when I eat, they can like my PNG actually moves at the sound of me eating.
That's hilarious.
You should put a tres leches cake, like PNG that's being eaten, like in front of me, like a GIF.
A GIF? Just cake? I could just get a cake.
Of a cake being eaten, like in front of me.
Better not be an AI cake. I'm trying to get you a cake. Oh, that's perfect. Hobby cake. Best thing about just chatting, I could just add so much. Oh, there we go. Cake.
Where?
There you go. There you go. Put it in your mouth. There you go.
As delicious as this is, I can't breathe.
Okay, I'll put it back down. It looks like you're holding a birthday cake. Hi.
Happy birthday to... Let's copyright it.
Yep. Hey, my copyright. Just gonna ignore that.
You know what's bad?
Yeah.
YouTube is not as forgiving when it comes to copyright shit compared to TikTok.
Oh yeah. Sing anything, you bam, dead.
I have to ask you this though. What is your favorite voice that you can pull off that's really good, but it's your favorite one to do? You can do all day.
I think it's definitely. Oh yes, get snuck upon. Right. You know. Sin.
Mine has to. You already know which one it is.
Yeah, it's Shadow Milk, isn't it?
No,
Oh, really? Oh, wait, is it Bugs Bunny?
Oh, what's up, Doc? You
Yeah.
already know it, Doc. Anyways,
Shnev, you didn't see anything.
these prime ribs are delicious, ain't them? So juicy and tender, delectable foods. Take the water, you juicy. Crispy and nice.
How do you get to keep making these noises? Bruh. Hi, Josh. Hoppy's here now. And Josh is back. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back, Doc.
You definitely missed a few things. We're adding so much more to this stream. It's great.
You know what? That's what you should have probably added. Instead of the cake, it should have been just Bugs Bunny and some prime ribs.
Oh, womp womp. You said add a cake.
Oh, perfectly fine. Yes, that's because
I asked the chat, hey, what do you guys want me to put in my mouth? Let me rephrase that wording.
Yeah, I leave it warm for 2 seconds.
Let me rephrase.
The background music sounds like that one game Hobby played. I forgot what it's called. This is from Cult of the Lamp. This is like the entire TOS of Cult of the Lamp. Because it's copyright free, and it's also goated with the sauce.
I get it, because it's a game about a goat.
Yeah. Oh, pause, Hobby. Should I even end? No. Don't ask. I can't wait for my friends to just look back on this VOD and just be like, "Why? What do you mean you were streaming?" Cult of the Lamp. I've heard of that game, but I've never played. It is
juicy.
It is a great, amazing game. I love Cult of the Lamp. Like it's one of my favorite games. Hold on, now I gotta add Lambert.
Did you see the trailer for Cult of the Lamb 2? That's gonna be like 2 players and shit.
Yo, you mean the co-op?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's already been out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I need to buy you the game just so we could fucking play it.
I think it was on sale.
Yeah. There he is. There's my boy. Happy lips
I'm
cake
broke.
for sure. I know. Actually, is it like? Now I gotta go check everything. Cause I know there's a co-op, and I'm like, ooh, it'd be so fun. Let me open it up to its store page.
Alright, I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah. Oh, it's like $10 right now.
You like fried chicken?
Yeah.
And you like watermelon, right?
Not really.
Okay. You like cocoa? Coconut?
Coconut? A bit.
Pineapple?
What?
Alright, fine. Do you like noodle soup?
Yeah.
Okay. I ask you this. What if fried chicken tasted like noodle soup, but had the texture of fried chicken, and noodle soup tasted like fried chicken, but had the texture of noodle soup?
So... What? So you're saying, like, if fried chicken tasted like chicken noodle soup, but had the texture of fried chicken, and then vice versa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, that would be crazy. And weird. I think like half of the experience of fried chicken is eating it. Well, actually, that's all of it. What am I talking about? I know she's not gonna tell you to eat fried chicken and watermelon. I'm trying to think. Cause sorry, that was like a question. It was like, oh, would you rather have infinite games but no games, or unlimited bacon? Absolutely unlimited bacon, but no games. Like, it's that joke.
I have a question to ask you.
Yeah. Yes? I think they got Gina.
Would you rather have all the knowledge and know and see every single bit and know all the Easter egg and everything there is to know about GTA 6, but you never are allowed to play the actual game? Or play the actual game, but you'll never be able to 100% it?
Probably play the game. Because technically, I probably wouldn't 100% it anyway. And if then, I could also just have it at 99 the whole time. And then just Google what the hell 100% is. If anything. So, like, it's probably way better to do that. That or having the whole knowledge and everything, just not playing. Like, it's still also a good one. Because I wasn't even planning to play it. Because I was just like, oh, okay.
I'm done with my prime ribs, and I gotta eat my frickin' egg.
Egg mouth
Egg. With my coffee and everything.
Yeah. Considering the things Hoppy eat on TikTok streams and the whole hot sauce thing, I wouldn't be surprised. Hoppy has the weirdest food combos I've ever known to man. I swear. They explained to me like this one food they had, and like it was the most diabolical thing. It was like, all I remember though was like the blue Takis. And so every single time they go like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go grab some food, I'm like, well, did you add blue Takis? Because like, my goodness, bro.
What was that?
The blue Takis that you add on like everything you eat.
Oh yeah, I add blue Takis on everything.
You add that to like pancakes. You add that to like everything. And it's
one time I had like, I didn't have any cereal, so I grabbed a thing of Takis, put it in the bowl, and
that's what it was. It was cereal. And I'm like, why? Hoppy apparently loves hot sauce. Hoppy, yeah.
I love hot things, alright? And Takis, well, they're not the hottest. They had flavor. But you know what actually beats Takis for me?
What?
That's not even my favorite chips. You wanna know what my actual favorite chips are?
What?
Jalapeno Cheetos.
Jalapeno Cheetos?
Packed with flavor.
Okay.
Blast of that tasty goodness. Goes well with everything. You got a taco. Crush some of them Cheetos on that bitch. Powder it right in that taco. Put some of that damn dear Cheetos right there in your burrito. You got a sandwich, you better put some of them Cheetos jalapeno in that sandwich. Yeah, you got a burger, better put some of that shit in there too. Let me tell you something. You ain't never had real good food unless you put some of that Cheetos, the jalapeno kind, in your food. Trust me, it's a whole game changer. Let me tell you right now, that's the best thing you ever had in the world. Oh yeah.
You done?
Oh, sorry. I was just them
Demon
jalapenos
took
do
over.
something.
I don't even know what you were saying. You scared the chat. She fucking ran away. She's so scared. And I'm like, I'm out of here. Bye. I don't know what that was, bro.
You're perfectly.
Scat. I watched the chat just go like so fast, just being like, "Oh, I'm scared." Oh my god.
I'm just saying, grab yourself jalapeno Cheetos. If you make a sandwich or like burrito, tacos, or anything like that with meat, crush that bitch up. Hell, you can put that on rice. You can put that on beans. You can put that on egg. You fuck it. You get a bowl, like you get one of those cup noodles. You eat that bitch up, right? Listen to me straight. Listen up. Listen up.
Yeah.
Heat up a cup noodles, right? Let's say you want to make it quick and easy. Heat up a thing of cup noodles. But boom, cup noodles. Heat it up. Boom, you're done. Make sure you have a bowl, a plated bowl, because you already know you don't want to let some of that stuff leak out in your microwave, or else everything's gonna be all over the place, and you have to clean all that shit up. Now then, after that, boom, take it out. Nice and hot. Then get a nice egg from the fridge, raw. That's right, raw. But make sure that the soup is already nice, boiling hot. All right. Then you crack it. Nice. Put the yolk in the soup. Boom. Right. Then you stir it up with your chopsticks. That's what I always do. Guess what? It's already cooking right there with the broth. Already nice and steaming hot. Yeah, get that nice yellow color going. Put some, some of that garlic powder in there. Boom, 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 boom. Then you got some nice black powder. Boom, 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 boom. Then you grab those Cheetos, those jalapeno Cheetos. Pour some of that bitch in there. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, sure, they get watered down a little bit. They get nice and soft a little bit. But you know what? Just gotta put some of that bitch in there. Mix it up nicely. Then you just start eating up. And trust me, it's a whole different story. It is delectable.
Okay.
Listen, Elvis done crazy as shit, okay? I don't want to hear it.
I don't know. That was a lot.
Okay, have you not heard of the Elvis freaking hot dog?
You explained that on last stream.
Yes. Yeah. And you think that's not weird compared to my shit?
You put blue Takis on everything.
Woman, I don't want to fucking hear it. This man put bananas on everything.
Oh. Damn. I have no idea. Oh my god.
What, Hoppy? What do you eat?
Hoppy, I'm scared. It's okay, Josh.
Hoppy, what do you eat? Well, I eat all sorts of stuff. I like to cook, trust me. Yeah. I know what I'm cooking. It's called protein.
Get that protein, yeah.
Yeah, listen. I go to the gym and I eat what I can. Okay, I get that protein going.
That is true. You do that.
Yeah. She's seen what I look like, and trust me, you guys might think that either one, to you guys, I'm either some fat guy, or two, I'm either some buff guy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
I'm neither one of those. Trust me. She's seen what I look like.
Yeah, I've seen you, and you posted it with like another person in the image.
Yeah, which was with my brother. Yeah.
Yeah, your brother. Sorry, I didn't know if you want to say that. And I was just like, oh, okay, that's what you look like. And you're like, yeah, that's me and my brother. And I'm like, your brother. And then I like had to click it, and I was like, wait, you're the girl in that? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? You look so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That beautiful lettuce, you see there, it's moi.
Like, I can't imagine that voice coming out of that. So my brain's just like, what?
Imagine how most guys that see me feel.
Yeah.
Even though I wear a mask now
because of my face. The men's restroom, and they're just like, excuse me, ma'am. And it's like, yeah, what up? And they're like, whoa, never mind.
That has happened. I've been going to the bathroom. They'll be like, ma'am, I might ask you to leave. Bitch, the fuck? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis?
Oh my god. That's like the funniest thing to do. It's so funny.
Just chin up high, stare down on it. Like, obviously I gotta stare. Like, I'm only 5'9". That guy is tall as shit. It's like, what you talking about, Willis?
What the fuck you talking about, boy?
What are you talking about, Willis? I'm over here, huh? Like, I don't know about you, but last time I remember, I ain't got no taco. I got a burrito, and it's leaking right now, and I need to use the toilet.
Why do you say it like that? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's no more. You're in horny jail now. Wait, there you go. Not nearly as told you. That's not fair. That's fair. No, wait. It's not fair. Oh no. Fucking knew I saw it. Yeah. I had not set it up. Oh, bro didn't even know. They walked away.
There we go. I'm back.
You walked away. You didn't even notice.
But I had to go grab a fork.
Oh, okay. Now you're.
What were you saying?
Now you're in jail.
Why am I in prison?
You're in horny
The
jail.
fuck I do? Ain't this America, home of the free, land of the brave? Aren't we like allowed to freedom of speech? Excuse me.
Not on my stream. No, I'm joking. And there, freedom. Nav saw it
You know what?
earlier.
Since you're gonna
Nav
be like
said
that?
it. No.
Since you're gonna be like that,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna make me cry.
No. Don't
You
cry,
want me to
bruh.
cry?
Don't cry. No.
You gonna make me cry?
No.
You gonna make me cry?
Don't cry. The mic didn't pick it up. Ha, your realistic baby cries can't be heard.
Thank you.
Like all of that was cut off.
Wait, all the baby cry was cut off?
Literally. They barely heard any of it.
Alright, what if I do it all the way over here?
Yeah, do that. I heard more, but it's still gonna cut off. I heard it. I think a hiccup. Yeah. You deserve one, Humpy. Just kidding.
Well, no, I can do a legit baby cry.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
In VR, it's more audible because Discord fucking doesn't.
Yeah,
they have sound suppression.
Mainly also because of my noise suppression.
Yeah. VR chat, you have no sound suppression. Oh my god. Drives me up the wall every time. Because you can hear yourself. And you hear everyone around you. And you have an echo. What does this little heart do? It's a little heart emoji.
Oh, imagine.
You can just send emotes. It shows up on the side of the chat. It's fun. Yay! I think there's engage with your audience. Oh, you can make a poll and everything. Whoa.
Yeah, you gotta make a poll. Wow!
The cage.
I still need to work on doing N.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I still need to
That's what I'm
work
gonna do
more
that.
on Timekeeper a bit.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. We gotta do more voice trolling, I swear. It's been a bit.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been less busier. Because, actually, funny enough, I'm less busier. Even though it's not summer anymore. Because college started up, and yet somehow I'm suddenly way more free. Also because I lost my job, but you know. I have my favorite emote in there. I know. I use Discord emotes so much that every time I am in the chat, I'm always just like, oh, let me use an emote, and then I'm like, oh, I don't have my Discord emotes. So then I just can't use them. This one knows. I literally half the time I reply in just emojis or like gifs.
Like cat gifs, yeah.
Yeah, all cat gifs. It's always is.
You saw that video I posted earlier about what the fan sent me?
Oh, yeah. Fuck you. Don't show me that. I don't want to see that.
First off, save that for your boyfriend. If you ever get one.
Never going to happen.
No, but for real though, to the person that sent me that, what the fuck?
No. I didn't want to say it, but I've already seen one of those. But it was like with Eternal and Mystic Flower.
I sent that, yeah, I know.
Oh, you sent me that? Oh, you motherfucker.
I remember I sent that to the group, and I sent that to you, and I was like, so this is what you be doing? This you?
I was about to say, I'm like, I already seen one of those before. And then I was like, oh yeah, and then you bitch, of course it was you. It's always you. You're going back in jail.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Back in jail. I moved the background. You're back in jail.
You're welcome. You're
no.
welcome.
I don't want to see that shit. I'm a
You're welcome.
huge TFC Discord thing, and I love using a little emoji. Yes! Oh boy. I love the emojis. Ever since I got Nitros, it's been so good. Stop saying you're welcome. Yeah,
You think this cage can hold me?
really small.
You fool. You think this cage can hold me for long?
Yeah.
You can't hold me for my Latina, Sonic.
Oh no. My computer
I
dies.
will grab my Latinas. They're all mine.
Uh-huh. What the fuck was that? Now I don't want to let you out of the jail. I'm scared. Get the fuck away from me. You should take his cake away. Or her cake away. Yeah, that's a great idea. Homework cake.
Just drink coffee. That only make it easier for me to go through the fucking bars. What do you mean? Yes, just shrink me, please do. Thank you, Josh, for the idea.
Nice small. Night. Escaping. No. Ah.
What was that one line that Bowser said? You can't catch the wind.
Can't catch the wind. Now you're on the cake. Where's Hoppy? There's Hoppy.
Oh my god. Can't catch the wind. What?
Can't catch the wind. Oh my god. No, you're all good. It happens all the time. I can recognize joining the server now. Yay! What?
Oh, I'm big.
Whoa.
No, I'm seeing through like the videos, like there's a delay. I just noticed that.
Of course there's a delay. I don't know how big of a delay you're on though. Because you're probably not.
You know what else is a delay?
What?
Rocco. Rocco is a delay. I fucking hate Rocco.
I'm scared.
Rocco should fucking die.
These Discord names you're saying? It is public, people. This is public domain, peoples. Can't control.
What is public domain?
Steph's like server.
Yeah.
I can't control people. I barely talk in there.
Did you know that people keep on texting me?
They do? Man,
Like, no, like people keep texting me like, "Oh, hey, we keep seeing your character in the like this one step world." I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah,
that's the thing." Yeah,
that's what happens when you put your character in that.
Hey, I think Steffi Studios is like stealing your character. I'm like,
yeah.
No, that
Not
was with
really.
consent.
Yeah.
She did that when I was
She
there
made
throughout
it.
the entire process. If anything, I'm the reason why that world was even made because I indulged her to do it.
Yes. It'd be funny if we go in that world and you like don't you have an avatar? No, I forget.
I do.
Yeah.
Though it's gonna be remade, hopefully
Yeah,
soon
I
in the
think
future whenever I
Steph
get
made
some
that
money.
one.
Yeah, Steph did make it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for her to get like used to creating the Freak Circus characters. Whenever
Yes.
she starts making the avatars, then I'm gonna ask her, "Hey, Steph,
You make Hoppy and that style too?
I do
Because,
kind of...
she be...
Oh yeah, go on.
What?
Kind of want us to have Mask Maker made, but, you know.
You can. You could always ask.
I could. I don't want to be that guy, though. I know they have a lot on their plate.
It wouldn't hurt to ask.
Not true. Because I love Mask Maker. They're my little guy. My little goober.
I mean... That's kind of what the other people have done. And she has done avatars for them, so...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they've made avatars for, like, Anthem and all that jazz. I always
Anthem,
knew I wanted to
Christopher
ask,
Lopez, Antonio Banderas, that one motherfucker from the concert.
If you want to draw a Mask Maker, go right ahead, Nev. Heck yeah.
Draw who?
Mask Maker. My little guy.
Oh, you Mask.
Here's a little full body for you, Nev. Yeah. See, I did a lot of...
I feel like this character, this rat, would belong in a Sonic character, and then we feel like it would work for Dr. Eggman.
What? Did it be a Sonic character and work for Dr. Eggman?
Yeah. You fucking rat.
My rat.
Yeah, your rat.
Who's my rat?
The other character you were in. Well, isn't that a rat? What is it, a possum?
You think I'm a rat?
It had a tail of a rat.
It's actually the tail is a snake spine. It's all bone. Yeah, I spent 40
Okay,
hours.
and how the fuck am I supposed to know this?
I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
shocked you thought I was a rat, though.
Look at you, arf.
Yeah, I think earlier in stream I literally pulled up the reference sheet for my character and went over every little detail and everything. It was fun.
I should pull out the reference sheet for my character later down the line.
Yeah, I only pulled mine out because I knew I drew it.
What are you pulling out? Oh my god, she's pulling out!
No.
He's pulling his card out!
Nah. I spent 445 hours on Roblox. Oh my goodness.
God, you already want to hop on Roblox? Jesus, that's so fast.
Oh, that's what Nev said. Some avatars that look close to my OCs. I still fucking need to do the damn dandy thing. I still failed it.
What do you even want to do on Roblox?
I have no idea.
You want to play Roblox with me? Girl?
I'm trying to think of
how do I know? How long are you even going to be on Roblox?
I don't know. I do know I had to re-record some lines for some friend, but otherwise I got nothing else to do.
Alright, well, I start the stream in like 20 minutes.
Oh. Well, then we should probably wrap up the stream then. Can I steal the cake? Here, Nev. Let me give you this. You can have that. Since you were here from the very beginning, you get a cake! Yay! Alright.
Good job.
Yep. Okay, let me get rid of like half of this shit. Alright,
remember, chat, don't tell anyone about my secret channel.
Yeah, that's the jail I'm trying to move. Trying to move Hobby. Thank you. Of course. Alrighty, chat. Gets all ready.
If you want, you have permission to yeet me out of existence if it makes you feel better.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy a Hobby. No, I will just have you poke out at the very end. Actually, yeah, okay. Well, chat, this was very fun. This is your first stream and it was awesome. Besides Hoppy talking about street food. That is fair. I thank you, both of you guys, for showing up, honestly. It was very fun. I had a blast talking. And I definitely plan to do a little bit more streams, mostly probably gaming. I just knew I wanted to do one where it was just yapping and see who would show up. Thank you to Hoppy, this idiot right here, for shouting me out a little bit and actually just having you guys show up. Because I know you guys definitely came just because of Hoppy said. And I'm like, hey, you know, whatever happens, happens. You know, I'm glad. But thank you guys for being here. It was very fun. I had a blast. I plan to do a bit more. Maybe even do some more just yapping streams. Because honestly, they're really fun. And I get to yap and do all this stuff. So, yeah, but otherwise, we'll probably see you in a hobby stream because they're starting in like 20 minutes. And I
And I would very much like it if you come by some more into more of her streams and do bring your friends to her streams as well.
Yeah.
Make her grow again.
Yeah, I'll try to post some videos, possibly. We'll see.
She will be posting videos.
Okay, I probably
It's a
will.
promise.
Again, because I was stalking your channel. Thank you. No, of course.
And on TikTok too, don't you worry.
Yeah, on TikTok. I don't know if I can do TikTok, but I'll try because it's already been a bitch to me. But thank you so much for showing up. This was Autotune Lad, and I will see you guys later. And we'll probably come up with a better slogan. Bye bye.